a good leader in the Biafra struggle, you must open a Facebook account and you must start ranting on Facebook. That now qualifies you to be the leader of IPOB. That is what I have realized among our people. It is unfortunate that most of our people, we IPOB members, have allowed those who are not part of this struggle, who did not know how this struggle will come this far. And let me make it very clear. Leaders was arrested. Some of you are championing for somebody to take over from him. In less than 2 weeks, you have already on social media appointed a new leader of IPOB. This is very shameful for most IPOB members who have participated in this nonsense. And let me ask you people, MAZI, let me ask you, if you are not an IPOB member, if you are not known, can you take over the leadership of, can somebody come out from somewhere and take over the leadership of IPOB?
It's impossible.
Is it possible?
It's impossible.
Is it possible that somebody who is not an IPOB member and the sub-IPOB members are championing because of their ignorance, because of what some of them have inboxed them, they are coming on the social media, coming on this holy platform and be talking rubbish, telling us who will be the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, making all kind of, working with Nigerian government, publishing in all the newspapers who is the next leader of indigenous people of Biafra. Do you people know what you are doing? Do you people know what you are doing? That is why our leader continue to insult you people. You all have short memories because most of you are not reasonable enough. Most of you coming on social media talking rubbish. You do not belong to any IPOB family. You do not belong to anywhere. You only hang out in social media and be talking rubbish, deciding for IPOB. That is why the people you are championing thought that IPOB is something of social media. That the moment you come on social media and broadcast or you talk nonsense, then you become the leader of IPOB. If you are an IPOB member and we cut you into this act, you will be dealt with an IPOB. Radio Biafra, in this holy platform and in this evening, was founded in 2009 by our leader, Mazi. There were people who said they were among those who founded it. Today they are not here. What we are here is to make sure we maintain. This consistency is what matters so much. Consistency matters so much. If the people on this radio are not doing their job, if the people in IPOB were not doing their job, some of you will not broadcast on Radio Biafra. Some of you will not broadcast on social media. It is what you saw that people are broadcasting on the Radio Biafra. This is what gave you the privilege before many of you come out online and start broadcasting. And it is all welcomed. But when you are being welcomed to broadcast, that does not give you the permission to claim that you are taking over Radio Biafra. And I want to make it very clear for those nonsense coming on my social timeline, be talking nonsense. Radio Biafra and the BTV, they have rules and regulations. Every IPOB member who is a principal officer has an undertaking, which from MAZI to the lowest principal officer sign those documents. And you must abide by the IPOB code of conduct. Because once bitten, twice shy. And secondly, if you are broadcasting on Radio Biafra, if you are broadcasting on BTV, there are conditions. For Christ's sake, I have never seen somebody who is being given a job, even ordinary food, even football. You don't sign on terms and conditions of that organization, for that movement. MAZI Jonathan, can you tell me any organization, anywhere somebody has been called to take over something and that person will not abide by the rules and regulations of that organization?
No, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. Our leader can say that he wants somebody to come on Radio Biafra to broadcast. Does it mean that our leader don't know the rules and regulations he put out there? And if the person is asked to sign those rules and regulations before he goes to our radio and he says he's not going to sign it, then you come out on the social media and be talking rubbish about the DOS. If you know that you cannot follow the rules and regulations, nobody will come onto this platform. As long as many of us are alive, you through the terms and conditions of Radio Biafra. If you have in your head that you can come and broadcast in Radio Biafra and asking IPOB to keep every of their rules and the regulation, all their principles aside and hand you over the Radio Biafra, nobody should tell you what to speak, nobody should tell you, we are not going to do it. And we will tell our leader, because he said those rules, we are not yet out from what we suffered in the hands of Uche before and George Onibe. And people want to recommend somebody who is not an IPOB member to come and handle our Radio Biafra. It will not happen. And if that person will not desist to parade himself as the leader of Biafra, then we will give it to him the way he wants it. Let that heaven fall. Since they want to use the opportunity that our leader is in prison, in the hands of the enemy, and they want to come here to drag power. Who born him? What's the name of that? Because you that we will come and broadcast on Radio Biafra, you come and tell us that you don't take any condition from the IPOB member, desist from all these nonsense protests they are calling. They want to bring you out to be killed. Our people participated in the NSAS protest. Who and who was killed? Our people were massacred. We have thousands of people missing. We have thousands of people. Go to Inter-Society. In the NSAS protest, we have over 5,000 people missing in the entire. People are saying what Igbo Congress. IPOB is organizing protests all around the world. In America, in Europe, IPOB members are organizing protests. How many members from World Igbo Congress have joined them in that protest? Let me ask you. Since most of you are stupid, you are not listening. We have been in this struggle for many years. We have conducted protests. We have conducted protests from Mbanke to Enugu. How many of you participated? How many of you know how it was organized? You stay in your bedroom, you gossip, and you come and tell our people to go for a protest. Where have you seen a country where people, after handling guns, they go back and protest? This is why our leaders continue to insult people on a daily basis. You are telling us what Igbo Congress. Where is World Igbo Congress? Yes, they are the elders. They can. But where do they have members on ground? World Igbo Congress is conducting protests. We are in America. Our families are protesting. How many members from World Igbo Congress are joining them in the protest? How many of our people are protesting in Europe? How many members of World Igbo Congress are joining them? You are telling us that World Igbo Congress is asking IPOB to come and protest for short of salary. Our people, are they being killed because of the food price is going up? Are we being killed because of revolution now? IPOB. If IPOB principal officers are having meeting, you want to join. And that should be the last. And the moment we come on that, any IPOB member, principal officers are having meeting and bringing those who are not in IPOB. Then they will be dealt with. Comment on Facebook. You can't even make a meaningful comment on Facebook. What you can do is to fight, complain, and find who to attack. The Nigerian government is holding our leader. They are doing all the operation on the ground to make sure they dislodge the IPOB. The same DOS which before was crying, disorganize this DOS, dislodge this DOS. That is what some of you have come here to be preaching. Do you know the work of the DOS? Do you know what the DOS are doing? Because we understand that in the Igbo people mind, if you have money, if you don't come and throw it, you don't have money. In any little thing you have, you must show the world what you can do. And that is why we are always cut short, because we don't always get to our destination. You come on social media, you attack the leadership of this struggle. You think this leadership will keep silent and somebody is telling you, I'm defending DOS. What are you defending? Tell me what you are defending the DOS for. Is the DOS killing? You defending them for what? The DOS, they are what we speak for them. People were there, many of them, singers of all these people. When ESM was formed, how many of you have the idea? And be ranting and talking rubbish. And let's make it very clear to everybody so that we put this case to rest. Simon Amba was given a slot to broadcast on Radio Biafra. And Simon Amba was invited so that he can sign the rules and regulations for Radio Biafra. Simon Amba said he will not sign any document. We should hand him over the radio with no condition, with no any attachment to it. That is how we want it. And we say, no, it will not happen. It doesn't happen. For those coming on my timeline talking rubbish on a daily basis, besides Simon Amba is not an IPOB member. We encourage him to do what he's doing on Facebook. There is no problem about that. Propagate your own Biafra. There is no position in IPO because disciple of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If that is the title he chooses, let him continue. If you want to follow him, you follow him. But on Radio Biafra, Simon Amba will not broadcast without accepting the terms and conditions. Every person who has been on Radio Biafra is accepted. It will not happen. And people are there talking rubbish, attacking the DOS for what they don't know. Imposing somebody and the energy we will use to fight for how they are going to release our leader, you are using it to attack somebody who did you nothing when you have a shallow knowledge of what is happening. Let it be on record that Aichina Samoru said Simon Amba was invited by the members of the DOS so that he can be able to broadcast on Radio Biafra, and the conditions that used to be given to every other person, he said he's not going to sign it, that he's not going to sign any document for IPOB. If we like, we should hand over the radio to him, and nobody should instruct him what he will say on radio or what he will talk on the radio. That he is a divinely connected to our leader. He knows what to talk. He called our radio broadcasters, these people reading newspapers. What nonsense, what an insult is that? This hello platform. Who learned? He started broadcasting by listening to Radio Biafra. Today he come to castigate them. And if he don't respect himself, let him do his job. When our leader communicates with our leader, through your leader, our leader have a structure kept in place. And we are not going to take it. But these are the things I want to clarify. And thirdly, the extraordinary rendition of our leader is not a miraculous something. It is something that from people, some of us did not know, members of the OS did not know, but some of his family members, they knew he was a problem and they deceived everybody. They told us that he was okay. I'm saying this is so that we can have rest. They knew that our leader was having problem. They kept it to themselves. They refused to inform. Upon we are asking on a daily basis for 7 days. We are where is our leader? Is he okay? They said he's okay. Even the day he was brought to Nigeria, they were telling me that he's okay, there was no problem. People should stop talking nonsense what they don't know. And then ask some of his brothers who knew that our leader was in danger and they keep it to themselves. You come here, you be talking nonsense, accusing people who have spent their life, destroyed their life, fighting for you people. I've been in this world since 2013. I have given my life, given everything. And it pains when you see some members of IPOB coming out here talking rubbish. What they don't know, people who don't even contribute. What nonsense is this? Is this the way to start your people? Is this the effort you're supposed to bring so that we will bring Biafra? You people should be careful. If anything happened to our leader with all this kind of I said it on this radio, I will commit genocide in Biafra land. I will do something people will never believe that I'm the one who did it. Because all of you, many of you are saboteurs, patrolling everywhere. You come, you stole from our leader. You come, you deceive our leader. You come, you take money from our leader. You will do this, you will do that. All in vain. It's the people that have kept this trouble to this particular point. You lied, you do this, you will bring heaven, you will bring earth to our leader. You stole the IPOB money and you turn around to come to start us. Everybody should take care. You don't have me politicians, you collect money, you train people, they collect money. You turn around to come to talk nonsense to IPOB, to talk nonsense to the TOS. We are battling your mistakes. We are battling all the problems you are creating in Biafra land. We are in this struggle. We have never had peace from America. 2015 America, 2017 America, 2018 America, today America. When you people create all these problems, DOS is trying to battle it. You stay one place, be talking rubbish. What do you know happening in IPOB? What do you know? People are dying. Our people are dying. I don't see any of you coming on this radio to talk about our people in the prison. Do you know how many people kidnapped in Biafra land who are in Abuja? Do you know? You come here to talk about US. Those who talk about human rights, do you know how many of Biafrans in the prison in the north, in Makodi, in Jos? Do you know how many people in prison? If they ask you to name one person, can you name it? What is important to you is who will come and take over from MAZI and Nandekano to go to Kabia Mafkuni. Saboteurs. MAZI Jonathan, I'm sorry for being so emotional, but one thing is this: our people should understand that people are fighting for them, people are dying for them, and they're talking rubbish. If they allow you, you can't bring somebody who is not in an IPOB to come and take over IPOB without any condition. MAZI, this is all I have for this evening. If any of them, all those people, I challenge any of them to come on this radio and ask me a question. Any of them come on this radio and ask me a question. All those nonsense they are talking. I am waiting. Thank you, MAZI Jonathan.
Thank you, MAZI. Thank you, MAZI. Thank you very much, because we need to put clarity on issues. You know, there is one thing I want people to understand, and it's a big problem. Our people are highly sentimental. I used to preach this here on this hallowed platform. Our people used to act like, you know, bingos. Many of our people, I'm telling you, it's not an insult, but all of us, we are highly emotional, sentimental. These are people that can see one thing, you know, they react. Another thing, distraction upon distraction upon distraction. They never remove their eyes from distraction. You know, whenever I'm reading the Bible, when things that the old Hebrew during the time of Moses, you know, I said it here when I was praying, how these people that saw miracles upon miracles, Only 40 days of absence of Moses. I know it's not the 40th day. Maybe a few days. They say, oh boy, this man, we don't see him. Oh, that is God we they talk about. We don't see him again. They forgot everything. This is when I'm reading all these things, people are carrying Bible, but they don't know that it is their lives they wrote there. That is why today even I want to talk about discipline. Mazi, what I want you to also clarify, although you said it, but please, you hit on it. There are people that used to call. When they call here in this platform, even non-IPOB members, they will start by shrewdly putting on some. After they start putting, I was listening before about somebody's talking. I know him very well. He's still from America. Talking, every time they have a swipe against DOS. And I say, what is happening? What is all this? These people, they don't know what they are doing. I cannot say, I will not say they don't know what they are doing. Most of them know what they are doing. They want to just try to create confusion. The energy that we need to use, that energy, that synergy, we need to use, bounce it, when you create, I don't know if you play this game they call Mortal Kombat. I played it. You see somebody, he will muster his whole synergy and push out that force. But you see people coming in order to, they will use that force, they try to divide that force so that some people will be talking on this. Oh, DOS, I say, oh, DOS, I say. Just to bring this harmony among ourselves, which they can. I'm telling you honestly, Therefore, Mazi, I want you to also hint on this about our people that are calling on radio, please, so that there will be, full final stop. We are in a freedom fighting, for goodness sake. We are not in a democratic government. That is one thing our people fail to understand. When we get our freedom now, it is for us all to decide the type of government we want to run. But for now, it is command and control. Our leader put a structure, and that structure must be followed to the letter. It doesn't matter. This is something that people have died for, and people continue dying. No person should come here in order to start making. Oh God Almighty. Mazi, I love what you say about making some things happen in our land. If all this character, because these are characters of our people that we are preaching here, our leader started preaching here day and night, in order for these rubbish characters to be removed from us. But here you see some people, some of them are mischievous anyway, mischievous because they know what they are doing. They just want to take a swipe so that there will be confusion. So Mazi, please hammer on it again about people even inside IPOB that are coming here to talk something that they don't even know about. We have even freelancers, people that call themselves they are freelancers, that are talking something, because there are things, if they don't tell you, you don't know. That is why we say it is command and control. Ojukwu, our late general, he suffered enormously in the hands of our people during the war. Our people gave him trouble. I'm telling you. And this is what we are trying. We are trying to move our people into a united front. Discipline people. There is no way we can achieve anything without discipline. It is impossible. So, Mazi, I don't know what you still have to say about those people that are, they can call on radio, they will talk, you think that they are talking with, after they put one thing. I used to remark it. It is a very shrewd character. Many of us have eagle eyes. Please talk about it again.
There are problems Nigeria wants to dismantle before they will destroy IPOB. Our leader is in the hands of the enemies presently. What do you think, or who do you think is their next target? Who do you think? is the leadership.
Yes, the leadership.
Is the DOS.
Exactly.
The DOS is the next target for the Nigerian government. Now
that there will be a disarray.
That is why BBC wrote it in one of their articles. They said the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu have put the IPOB in disarray with no leadership, nothing. And that was why I was very upset when somebody come and tell us there is crisis in IPOB. There is no crisis in IPOB. For that reason, that is the essence of him to step in and make sure at this particular
MAZI,
time.
before you continue, you know BBC promoted his coming in. And
yes,
yeah, even
yes,
natural sense, common
yes,
sense will tell you something
yes,
BBC promoted.
Yes.
Now you are jumping up. BBC that is against us. All
our people have to understand, all the people who have always fight against this struggle, them and BBC are always in one way or the other in good terms. And the moment they see somebody they like, BBC will not one day want to interview Chike Doziem. You know that. The only time channels interviewed powerful, channels was threatened to be shut down. Are you understanding me? Now, the channels was threatened to shut down just for interviewing. Now, BBC have never granted our leader. But they are always good to bring people, all those people they know.
And they promote replacement.
And they promote replacement. Now, let me make this thing very clear. During the time of the former, Uchemefo, we understood there was a grand plan he had. His problem was the DOS. During that time, they need to dismantle the DOS. Then you ask a question. If I am not doing very well in the DOS, you don't need to dismantle the whole DOS. Right or wrong? You will replace me. You replace me. You remove me and they replace a new person. When we know when Oibe was African Red problem happened, you don't dissolve the DOS, you remove him and we put another member of the DOS. There were people who has been in this DOS before us. In 2017, they were the first set. When they were not doing things right, they were removed and replaced. DOS is just not, DOS is the institution. It's an institution that runs this global movement. And when you see somebody come to me, tell me, China Samoru, you are not doing very well in what you're doing, you need to be replaced. This will be understood. You call Kbaud your former. You are part of the DOS. You are in the media. You are not doing this thing fine. You need to be replaced. You show us a better replacement. He will be replaced. But when you come on air, attacking the whole DOS members, people you know, people you don't know, even if they ask you for something you don't, for the fact you don't respect the DOS, you don't see them as anybody, you don't need to talk to them. Who are they? Because everybody in that DOS, they are all educated, respected people. In IPOB, I mean, these are lawyers, graduates, do you understand me? In all fields, studied abroad also. And there is nobody in that DOS who have never lived in diaspora in less than minimum 10 to 15 years. There is nobody. I can tell you that. Even those in African countries, they have lived outside minimum 10 years. These are people who have got, for you to be selected to be the DOS, to control a region, there must be something you have done. It's not by talking. Because IPOB is all about action. What can you do? And also, when somebody come and tell you his achievement in IPOB is because he didn't sleep, he wake up by so he answer call. These are not criteria. And anybody who want to sleep, while we are fighting, that person is a stupid person. You don't talk about it. Because those are one of the things you want to start in this struggle. You will deny yourself sleep. You will not sleep. Because things can come up. I used to be awake 40 hours, no sleeping. It is nothing. It is for this struggle. 40 hours, Mazi. 40 hours. Sometimes I want to fall down. Because you are trying to meet up the demand on our people, those in the hospital, those in the prison, those on ground, those that who need one in welfare. You need to report any moment. Then somebody will come up. You look at all these people who have held this struggle for how many years. You talk down on them. I will be the last person who will be where those things are happening. Some of them coming, you think nobody pays me. In case people don't know, because that is what some of them used to think. In DOS, you can hardly count who is being paid. This is voluntarily, and it is sometimes I say it would have been better you become a floor member, you pay $100 a monthly dues or $50 and continue with your life. But who will do it for you? Mazi. Who will come out, who will support Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, like many other people who are supporting in all their kinds of endeavors? So it is really understood that when people come out to attack the DOS, not an individual who might not be doing very well, try to understand there is a clandestine operation to destroy the leadership. Because let me give you a connection here. Do you know why they went to our barrister's home to kill him before the arrest of our leader? Because it's when things happen, you connect the dots. When the Nigerian government was planning, maybe they have gotten information how they want to get to our leader. They know it will be difficult for any lawyer to come and represent him. You understand me? So they decided to try to assassinate Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor. So that whenever they brought our leader, there will be no lawyer who will be able to stand for our leader. Or they will even
clandestinely, covertly fix their own lawyer, as they want to do now.
Thank you. As they are planning now, the person who will now come,
people don't understand what is
and they make sure they kill our leader. That was all the plan. I want our people to understand the arrest of our leader, everything behind it will be open. Our leader is alive. Our leader is going to come out and he will tell us. If he wishes to tell us, I know their friends will want to know. But this moment, we are no more talking about why. People say, he told you people, even IPOB members, come on social media, accusing DOS members of betraying our leader, of selling our leader, and taking money from IPOB members. Something they don't know. They did not even call a member of DOS. I am very sure they didn't call any member of the DOS and ask them what really happened. None. They go on social media and they belong to the same organization. And when they destroy us, somebody come out to make like I tell you he's defending you. He's defending the DOS. Like as if the DOS did anything wrong. Like as if the DOS, they forgot. No member of the DOS is living with our leader. They forgot that. So this things is an operation the Nigerian government is trying to channel. I may say what I said before over World Igbo Congress. It doesn't mean that somebody to support the struggle. Do you understand me? It does not mean. But if World Igbo Congress want to make a protest, isn't it wise to contact the IPOB leadership? Mazi Jonas, I want to ask this question. A whole global movement, isn't it right for World Igbo Congress to contact the IPOB leadership that we want a protest, a nationwide protest in Nigeria? Can the World Igbo Congress go out there, fix a date for their protest, and now tell you want IPOB members? But they will write a letter to the Nigerian police that they're going to protest. But they won't inform IPOB because they want us to talk. They say we don't want that they wanted to organize a protest and we refuse. But they forget they are old men in America. Who is going to protest? It's IPOB will come out. Since our people were killed in NSAS, how many of them knows how they have been released? How many of them knows how many IPOB have buried? How many of them knows
Mazi,
how to organize a protest?
Mazi, you are talking of IPOB being killed. These are Biafrans. Many of these people that are killed, that are jailed, are not even family members of IPOB. But they are Biafrans, and IPOB takes the responsibility of everybody. That is it.
That is it.
You can go on.
So, Master, all the operation they are doing is to make sure they destroy the leadership. They have arrested our leader, and when they destroy the leadership, while we'll be fighting for leadership, they will try their best now to do their underground. They are arresting our people when they go. They look for an IPOB family, they don't see you. They will pick your wife and pick your children. That is what they are doing now in Biafra land. That is what they are doing now. Our people remains the target. Our people remains the target. You know, let me tell you something, Mazi. There is somebody, he contacted me. You see this thing DSS say that we want, if they send our leader to the prison, we want to come and break a prison and take him away. Do you know a couple of days back, before DSS made this statement, somebody called me and was giving me that advice. That what IPOB, and I told him, please keep this advice 1 point. I didn't know, maybe he wanted to record me. I told him, please leave this kind of subject. This is not something to talk about. He bring it as an advice for me. Maybe he would have recorded my voice message if I give a consent to those nonsense. Do you understand me? The Nigerian DSS, they are looking for a way to implicate many IPOB leaderships. They are looking for a way. Haven't you seen in some of the videos where they catch somebody, a deserter from the military, they tutored him on what to talk, and at the end of the day, he will mention China Samoru, mention Nnamdi Kanu. Have you seen the videos? Why are they mentioning names? Because they want to pin out some people out. They want people to see that this person needs to be bring out. They are trying to build a case against somebody. Our people don't understand that. And they don't forget that when a leader is being arrested, normally what they will try to do is to send people to hijack that organization. It happened to us in 2015. When Irania, they were there, there was strike pod, there was arm pod, there was all kind of pod. They found them trying to divide IPOB from inside. That is the Nigerian system. That is what they did to Shakau and divided Boko Haram. And they bring
You know, people are always talking about, oh, there is a vacuum. In communication, even internal communication. People used to talk about it, you know, some people, anyway. So, and since the abduction, the illegal or the extraordinary rendition of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, The DOS has been coming on air. There have been press releases everywhere. You know, sometimes somebody will not listen to Radio Biafra and he will not understand what is being said, but after he will be talking another thing. So please, what do you say about this so-called vacuum in communication?
Mazi, there is no vacuum in communication. I can tell you the truth. Mazi Dozim, since the arrest of our leader, after the conclusion of our interviews, Mazi Dozim have been coming on air. He came on air last Friday, I think, or Saturday.
Yesterday.
No, I mean, he came the other Friday. He came yesterday. When he came last Friday, some members of DOS also came on air, and some of them are also coming on air from time to time. One thing people have to understand is this. As soon as our leader is being arrested, we need to put many things in order because there are issues. There are things certain departments do not know about. Another department have to brief them where they are, where they stop, how things are moving. There are funds being used to run this struggle. You have to clarify where to get these funds, where to do all these things to keep everything running. And we have to know everything. Now, when issues come up on social media, people talk. The IPOB media is there. I can tell you, since our leader was arrested, the media is being briefed on a daily basis. Ask them. They are being briefed on a daily basis because the most important thing now is to set the record straight. If you don't set the record straight, people will misinterpret you. Now, the IPOB media is on the watch. According to the instruction from our leader, he asked for the media to gear up. Don't allow fake news to take over things from us. That's instruction from our leader directly. Now, if somebody is part of the media, we can be speaking in one direction. But when you are not part of the media, other people are saying different things, you are saying another thing. You are giving an order to the media. That is not how we have been working. That is not our pattern. You're trying to turn the media. We know that the Nigerian news, some Nigerian news outlets, they have been very, in the way they report our issue, it has been very encouraging. We must give them kudos for that, even though they do right. But you can't just come up and start attacking them, accusing them of what you don't know. It doesn't go that way. And we're getting reports. There is no vacuum. In the media, they are being briefed. The things people people that are being arrested, it is being followed up. But one thing you have to know, our leader, when he's there, he's not the one managing also everything, but he already set the structures. Everybody report to him. Now he's not there. People try to round up, give briefing, things that maybe, trying to brief the HOD, the deputy HOD, the finance. You have to tell them this thing was happening like this, this was happening like this. And at the end of the day, the media is being briefed to go out there to continue to propagate our message. Now, if somebody is claiming there is a vacuum in what? The radio is you people that this struggle is being sustained because of you people that are on the radio. You are coming on a daily basis to spread this gospel. So where is the vacuum coming from? But that is what the enemy wants people to understand, that there is a vacuum. Who is creating the vacuum? Did any coordinator left the struggle? Did any continental rep resign? Did the HOD resign? Just that our leader is being in the hands of the enemies. So where is the vacuum coming from? Is it not the same people who were running those things? If there is a vacuum, or those who are not competent enough to be in their position, by now our leader would have removed them. The HOD is there, the deputy HOD. When coordinators are not doing well, they are being removed, they are being replaced, and maybe assigned to another thing. So when somebody is talking about vacuum, I don't know where the vacuum is all about.
Mazi, I'm receiving many inboxes.
Yes.
Telling me many of them are saying now they understand. Now akoro egoru ewageziokwu. So that is our people, as I said before, our people are too demanding before God and man. I must be honest with you. Now I understand why even some politicians of Biafran extraction, mostly Igbo politicians, why they will just come and deviate. They will come up with, I'm not trying to, side them, but I try to understand now why, because many people cannot sustain pressure. Our people, some of them, they will come with good intention, but the way sometimes our people behave, they're too demanding, there is demanding and too demanding. This character our people have is a very good character, but had it been is in a very good system, not a place like Nigeria. Because some people, when our leader said one time in Canada, that people will say, the thing I wear, how do I wear something like this? Designers, this and that, they will complain. If you don't wear designers, people will complain. If you wear slippers, our people will shout. You wear shoe, our people will shout. Now, there I start with the little experience I have in IPOB. I try to understand why some of our politicians, once they enter, because of the character of our people, you go and do his own thing because there is nothing to satisfy our people. But one thing is this, because here in this platform, we are trying to reorganize or restructure the brains of our people. We have a very good character. This too demanding is very good, but in a very civilized system, it would have been the best. So that is why, when Biafra comes, this political appointment, everybody will be running away from it. Because there is no, if you enter the following day, once you drink water, our people will ask you, why do somebody that we are paying have to drink this type of water? Do you understand? It's a very good character. So it will make political appointments not even, it's not attractive. It will never be attractive because people, you will be under constant public scrutiny. And that is how it should be. But in the system of Nigeria, they destroyed everything, and people now are using it in another way around. And the people are still using that character in a freedom fighting, which is not how it's supposed to be. Freedom fighting is under command and control. Is somebody's, first of all, somebody started somebody's ideology first. Now he spread it and he caught fire that, look, yes, this is it had been on everybody's mind. Now people followed. Now you should follow that structure. That is one thing our people don't understand. And that is why when you see somebody and come and say, I'm a freelancer, I don't belong to IPOB, but I'm a Biafran, but I have to talk. This and that. I say, look, yes, you're right, but belonging to family, IPOB family, it is a plus because there are some information, internal information that you'll be hearing to guide you.
Mazi, let me say something here. Yes. Yeah, when people say I don't need to belong in IPOB, but what is the basis of your agitation if not IPOB? You understanding me? What is the basis? Who are you looking up to in what you are doing? Because before now, we do not have any organization, anybody to look up to. Like now, you can ask people who is your role model within our own geographical spread. They tell you Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You understand my point? Because before, you may be asked, who is your role model? You start thinking, one American guy. You say Romeo and Juliet. You say Malcolm X. You say the Nelson Mandela. Today, they ask you, who is your role model? Who will you like? You say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Our people do not understand what we have been able, and it is because of the consistency in IPOB have shaped all these things. Man, when somebody said, I don't need to be an IPOB, what is that to pay $10? It is $10 that people were paying. Those paying 30, those paying 50. It is what we have used to sustain this struggle till now. So when you say, is it to pay this, another person not to pay this, if everybody say, no, there is no need, we won't be here. Because I could remember years back, when Sister Nene will come on air, call names. At a point, my mom called me and told me, what money are you owing IPOB? I said, because Kuwait didn't pay. It's not that I was owing them personally, but I was being kept on my toes to make sure that we are contributing, no matter how small it was. Many people, like in UAE, Turkey, some of these people, they were paying sometimes from their pocket at the early stage to say UAE is participating, Turkey is participating, before people start coming. So when
Mazi, yes, you're right. Some people even paid on behalf of the country. Some places, I know some place that is only one person. But he's trying to pay to cover the contract.
In Kuwait, there are only 3 people raising money in the name of IPOB before people start coming. We will be giving levies like $1,000. 3 of us, we pay it in the name of Kuwait. People do not understand all these things. If we do not make all those sacrifices, and when somebody comes now, that is the problem we have in Igbo land. When somebody comes, he don't believe in continuity. Everything his predecessor have done, he want to destroy everything. Even if it is road, he will destroy it because of the greed, hatred, envy. That is why we don't grow. You can't say, okay, even if you do this thing, it's not up to the listening, you continue. Do a better one. Instead, they go and destroy it from beginning to the end. And they will never rebuild it. So these are the challenges people must understand. That without IPOB, there will be no MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. Without MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB will not propel to the level they are. Because this is a unique leader. You can't find somebody. That's why we don't want somebody to come to dilute that leadership as long as he's alive. His shoes are too big for anybody to claim he can be able to manage.
Mazi, there is something also like what I said before. Because we need to put clarity. We need to hit on it so that people will hear. People are listening. How absurd, how weird. All of a sudden, BBC Punch, they started promoting one Simon Ekpa. He's the replacement of IPOB. And you see our people, which I thought that they have common sense, start clapping. Oh, is there? They start asking you, oh no. So this is now the hand. That's common sense. And tomorrow we start shouting, oh, BBC is evil, this and that. Britain is killing us. But you are promoting, you are supporting what you are promoting. Even if, for example, if all of a sudden BBC started promoting Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, that is this and that, wouldn't you be afraid and say, oh boy, there is something wrong with this man? I beg. Because they are representing opposite of what we believe. They want us dead. So please, I want you to also, how did this thing happen? Because this thing, Punch newspaper carried it. BBC carried it.
Let me tell you something. Sahara reporters, I got pissed off with the one I saw yesterday. And when I make a screenshot, I say this is fake news. I see many people coming in my inbox, insulting me, Chinasa. Why, you understand me, all these things. I don't need to talk to them because they don't know. I am happy. Most of them think that China Samuru is just an ordinary IPOB member. I'm very, very happy for that. I'm not just because you see me on Facebook. I am one of the leaders in the indigenous people in this movement. I'm a member of the DOS. I am privileged to certain informations which are not made open to the public. Mazi, even it is surprising to us. And if you found out, it took us days as we are trying to battle this fake news, this fake information. It took us days. You have to understand that. We now found ourselves in a defensive mode. An information was given to somebody to become part of those to be broadcasting on the radio. It was a simple message. As simple as I said it. Tell him to join the broadcasters on the radio. Our leader will not be in prison and tell him, of course, he knows. Go and join IPOB. It's just like our leader said, go and join IPOB. And you come to IPOB, you said, our leader said, I should just join IPOB, no oath, nothing, join IPOB. You think we will accept you? Is it possible?
You know, common sense will tell you it's impossible.
Our leader will be
like
in the...
when a president appoints a cabinet minister, and
Yes.
you know, he has to go to a minister, he has to go to the parliament to be vetted. In a country, they can vet the person the president appoints and say, no, he falls short. And they said no. And he's cancelled. But the president approved it.
That is it. And somebody was approved. The information came to us. The person who is the leader, or who is the head of the media, responded the message to our leader. With the lawyer who sent the message, he told him, I have heard, tell our leader, I have heard what you said. Give me 10 days for me to make my vetting and check things and provide a time he will be broadcasting. This is what happens in the back door. These are things that happen in the leadership. Do you understand me? These things happen. The message did not go to him. Maybe people think Radio Biafra is just a Facebook something. This message came to us. It came to me. I passed this message to the head of the directorate. I passed this message to the head of the media, MAZI the former. MAZI, I'm telling you exactly what happened. MAZI the former told me, Chinasa, can I understand what our leader said, word by word? I said, please, let me bring the barrister whom this message was given. I brought in barrister. I said, barrister, can you kindly deliver what our leader said to MAZI the former? Our barrister delivered the message. MAZI former replied him. He said, tell our leader, I have heard what he has said. Please give me 10 days. Let me make the vetting and provide a timing for this person to be broadcasting. I will make the vetting. That was all. Everywhere got loose from Nigerian media, from Nigeria, everywhere. And the person is telling us that it was an order. That we waiting. It was with immediate effect. Please.
How can we be alive? Somebody in this Ikorokoro, somebody will just come in one way or the other to just take out what we have struggled for, what people died for, and just hijack it under just like that. To
with
do
a condition.
And you say people will be clapping for the person.
And with a condition that nobody will tell him what to speak. He will not sign any terms and conditions that guides the... Because on Radio Biafra, you cannot be broadcasting on Radio Biafra. You promote another social media, another network company. You cannot be broadcasting on Radio Biafra. You will, ask for donation for money. These things are basic things that are there on the conditions. And you must follow the code of conduct of IPOB. So are we doing this thing without rules and regulation? Are we doing these things without any code of conduct? So this is how all these things get loose, and we don't know. All of a sudden, the newspapers everywhere, we know there are people underground who were pushing all these things. We try to bring out a press release to let people understand the situation, but it's not solving the issue. And that's why I feel it is appropriate we make it very clear. Because people coming, telling me some rubbish, I get pissed off. I get pissed off because there are people that are supposed to know. They're supposed to understand. There are people in the media, they're supposed to understand. We are not against anybody, but we are against anybody who wants to play on the intelligence of our dead people, the intelligence of this struggle, who wants to, in one way or the other, who will not take the principles of this struggle to the next level. And you know, one shocking part, somebody telling us we're supposed to be talking about how to remove. Who told you we are not fighting for the release of our leader? Were you part of the people who fought for it in 2015? Were you there? You were among those laughing and criticizing the struggle. And all of a sudden, if God touched you yesterday, he touched you late. If God touched you yesterday, he touched you late. That is why we tell people, remove this religious mentality. You are not the only one God touched. You don't know how some of us came into this struggle. We came a very long way. A struggle that have made you to lose everything you have in life. And we realize that if some of us don't do this, Chukwudema will kill us, many of us, if we don't lead our people to this freedom. And we must maintain this. Anything can happen. We are marching for our freedom. People, anybody, our leader used to say, you are free. You are free to project the freedom for Biafra. We don't have any problem for that. Continue to do what you're doing is all accepted. But you don't come to IPOB and tell us that what we have been doing is rubbish. You are the one choosing now to come and handle it. Hell no. You say hell no. So Mazi, all these things, we understand there is the hand of Nigerian government working on the ground to make sure they destabilize the leadership of IPOB. That's why you see many of them is coming on air, talking, punching the IPOB. Ask them. I want you to ask some of them questions. If anybody come on air to attack the DOS, attack the leadership, ask him, name one thing this DOS have done wrong. Ask him this question. It's very simple. People do not know that some of us are not authorized to come on air to speak unless by the authorization of our leader. People, some of you do not know that some of us are not being allowed our picture to be in public unless authorization of our leader. Does it mean some of them don't know? And people are talking rubbish. IPOB members, they don't know that some of us are not allowed to come on social media and make a live interview. You don't know? This is an order from the leadership of IPOB. And people were out there talking. You think we don't have suits? We don't have traditional regalias to come and speak? Because we are not seen on Facebook, that's why you can come and jab us and talk rubbish and tell us, don't say anything. This is not the way to talk to the people. What way do you talk to the people? When people who refuse to listen. We have released press release, they don't read it. We have made several press, Mazi Doziem have spoken. How many of them listen to him? Today I am talking. How many of them are listening? They wake up from their beer parlor, they come here and talk rubbish. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you, Mazi Chinasanworu, for making this clarification. Honestly speaking, I'm receiving myriads and myriads of kudos. Some people are saying that, oh, they misunderstood, that DOS should forgive, that now that they have been clarified, you know, the importance of information, because information is power. You know, our people, everybody wanted to be treated single. You know, just like when you convince a Biafra, an Igbo man, Igbo Biafran, to do something, you know, you will clarify him. His wife will pop up and say, my husband, though you talk to, you never talk to me. When you finish explaining to the wife, the children will each come out to say, now our father and mother, they are different. We are different people. So you need to convince us on what you are doing. This is the character we have. And this character is harming us in this freedom fighting. People find it difficult to obey, to be disciplined. I'm telling you. But Mazi Chinasa, I'm assuring you that, look, people that are listening to this, I'm receiving many inboxes that they fall in love with DOS. And I hope that it will continue. I know people don't understand how, just as you said, People are working sometimes 247. You don't sleep. People don't understand this. Even to come up on air to speak is a problem. Are you not the by now you'll be on meeting, isn't it? In another meeting. That meeting might take another 4 hours. But people don't understand. All these things is about the struggle. So, Mazi, kudos to you, kudos to IPOB, DOS. Honestly speaking, people should understand. People should understand what we are in. I don't know whether you have a parting shot, please, before I continue.
Yeah, Mazi, to this end, what I will ask Biafrans is this. In as much as we Biafrans live in this generation of Biafrans, they should know that people are fighting for the restoration of Biafra. Men are in the bush battling Fulanis. Men who own businesses, who were living large in the cities for the fight for the restoration of Biafra, they are presently living in the bushes. Women are living in the bushes, all for the sake to restore Biafra. The question is this: are we going to play with their life? Most of them, for years, they have never seen their families. Your uncle dies, you can't see him. Your father died, you cannot attend the burial. Your mother died, you cannot attend the burial. Your brother died, you cannot attend the burial. Why? Because you're fighting for the restoration of Biafra. Why? Because if you step your foot, you will be arrested. Why? Because people around your home has been bought over, that when you step in, you must be arrested. Then I'm asking Biafrans, are we doing all these things for politics? Are we doing it for games? Are we doing all these things just to mesmerize our people? Are we doing all these things for show? Of course not. We're doing these things to restore the kingdom of God on earth. We are doing this thing to make sure we give a better life for our people. Most of us have lived for our youthful age, we have spent it in diaspora. And at the end of the day, we found out that we have no home. You go for a medical checkup, you run away from the airport. They give you transit 1 hour, you run away from the country because you don't want to return home. We see people, youths, they travel. Japanese, Arabs, Indians, they all travel. They go. After studying, they go back. After doing everything, how many of us have gone out with a visit visa and returned back? Many of us are living in diaspora with just 24 hours transit. They drop off somewhere and that is the end of it. How many of us, if we have a home, why are we all running? If we have a home, why are we not coming back home? If we have a home, why are we all scattered all over the world? A Palestinian friend told me one time, I was thinking, I was making proud. I said, our people live all over the world, everywhere our people. He told me that if your people are living around the world, that means you people are refugees. You have problem in your country. Because you don't see the reason why a country, there is no war. If you say there is no war, all of you are scattered around the world. They're burning in your country. I can tell you, I mean countries. In this country I am living, if you're a citizen, you leave this country for 6 months without no excuse, not on a medical or studying visas. You leave the country for 6 months. When you are coming back, they seize your passport in the airport. Ask you, what are you doing outside? What are you looking for outside that is not here in this country? I'm telling you, this happens in this country. Your family said you have traveled, you have stayed 6 months, 7 months outside. When you come back, they catch your passport. They want to know the reason why you left the country and spend all that while. Is it for holiday? Is it the time for holiday? Some of these things are the things when you see them, you cry. You ask yourself, are we not the same women? We all saw how Biafra land is. If not this struggle, some of our people will not even be remembering coming home to do anything at home. Today, our people are moving gradually, trying to put one thing or the other in Biafra land. You don't see those things. Who made it possible? It is IPOB. Who made it possible? It's MAZI Kano. Who made it possible for our people to start having the hope to go for farm? ESN. IPOB media. You don't pay. There is nobody in IPOB media that is being paid. All are voluntary. All the media warriors are voluntarily. They are performing their duty, attacking high-profile news agencies, and we are winning them. In any fight we engage with them, we defeat them, hands down. You don't even have a time to encourage those your brothers, those your sisters. What you know is the blame game. Who can do it better? Have you ever done it better before? People say, yes, but there are the type of gidigidi that we follow Eze. That gidigidi will crush the Eze. You don't use certain proverbs in freedom fighting. This is a life and death event. Many of our, let me tell you something they are doing right now, Mazi. Now, what like for example, what in Omuahia now, in Ohafia now, the Nigerian military are moving out all the whole Hausa people in the army. They're sending them back, bringing Igbo people, bringing our own brothers. Reasons, they said when the military goes out in uniform or non-uniform, many of them are missing. They don't know whether they are deserters, whether it is they ran away or what. They say people are missing. Now they are bringing our own brothers. What are they bringing them for? To come and kill their own people. They are looking a way to instigate a problem within our people. If they tell you that our governors, yes, some wicked, some senators, some billionaires, all of them were party. We have the incomplete intel when this thing happened. They were drinking champagne and rejoicing, and that is when the information leaked where they were, that they have accomplished. And at this particular moment is where you want to come and finger us with a new leader. And we are not going to accept that. If you are part of those people clamoring for somebody to take over Radio Biafra without taking the undertakings and the instructions that have guided this honorable family, this movement around the world, know that you are part of those agent provocateurs. If you are part of those clamoring for a new leader for IPOB when our leader is still alive, you are part of those agent provocateurs. If you are part of those trying to sabotage this struggle, we know many of you took money from the politicians. We know. People like China Samoru and many other people in this thing, we don't change our words. Our leader may know us better than many of you. Issue of Biafra is something that, as we are fighting it, it must be discussed in open and not in private. If you have anything against us, you come outside and talk it. Then you come in and they jabbering the whole DOS member. And for that reason, Mazi, Jonathan, I will ask you that I will leave you here because we have other engagement. We have to, get ourselves involved.
Of course, I know.
And what I'm saying, Biafrans, wherever you are, everybody must stand up right. If we are going to protest, the way we protest, we don't announce it. I think everybody's supposed to know our tradition in Biafra land. Go and check the record. Have you ever heard that IPOB want to protest in Biafra land and we make announcement on it?
It's been organized on the ground.
Most times the people that protest, we do not make announcement if we want to protest in Biafra land. We have our tactics, we have our modus of operation, and we are not going to make it public. For those of you, don't you think it is stupid on your own side? They are to protest here. Let us protest on the land. Go and protest. You don't push IPOB because we know everything we do it with timing. Some are saying sit at home. What are you sitting at home when you have not instigated the pressure on the public? How can you sit at home? You think to order sit at home is by mouth? Every 30th May we order sit at home, or anytime our leader, we work on it. It's not just coming on the newspaper or coming on the Facebook and say, or make voice message that God told you we should sit at home. We work on sit at home. We approach institutions. We approach them one after the other, so that it will be a success. You don't just order sit at home what you are looking for. Oh, order sit at home, order sit at home. We order sit at home. People are doing their normal business. You come out and write in the Facebook, see even these IPOB people, they order sit at home, nobody respected them. Don't you know it is going to be against our struggle? Don't you know it will be a point? Because you have not done your mathematics very well. You need to pay the attention of the public to the point where you tell them sit at home, everybody sit at home. What have you done? You just coming on social media and yabbing your mouth. Please, Biafrans, if you know you are an IPOB member, call your coordinator. If you know you are in the media, ask your media head. Tell them to brief you on the plans of IPOB and stop listening to all these rumor mongers on social media. Mazi, thank you so much for giving me this time. I will be coming on air from time to time. And once again, my name is Mazi Chinasamoru. Mazi Chinasamoru is from Obingwa. And Obingwa is in Amba province. Good night from the state of Kuwait. Ndewo Mazi.
Ndewo Mazi Chinasa. Thank you very much. Thank you. And I have many people showering kudos about your presentation. Please, thank you and keep it up. You are one of us, honestly. Ndewo.
Ndewo Mazi.
I'm going home. The land of Renaissance. I love Biafra. I love man. I love the evil men. Natural control. But by the authority and the power of Chukwuokike Abiyama, the land of Biafra must stand. He said, Alabalabo, Nana Biafra. Onobula Natamo, Totana Biafra. Alabalabo, Nana Biafra. Onobula Natamo, Totana Biafra. Alabalabo, Nana Biafra. Onobula Natamo, Totana Biafra. Wabunam Negima, Adegima Nalao. Wabunam Gazaya, Gazuya Nalao. Wabunam Gagwabu, Gazuya Nalao. Wabunam Galudi, Gazuya Nalao. Wabunam Gagwabu, Gazuya Nalao. Wabunam Gadino, Gazuya Nalao. Alawalabo, Nala Biafra. Onobula Natomo, Totam Nalao. Alawalabo, Nala Biafra. Onobula Natomo.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House service coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Alu province of Biafra land. Today is the 17th day of July in the year of our Lord 2021, being Saturday. And we have had the voice of Mazi Chinasamoru, an indomitable member of VOS, of IPOB. I will open my lines, but before I do that, I want to just quickly make some comments about discipline, please. Discipline, discipline, discipline. Discipline. You know, our leader have been telling us, have been tutoring us about discipline and consistency. These are the keys to getting our collective interest. As I said before, our people, we have a character. Our Biafrans, we have a character. Please, when I say Igbo people, I mean Biafrans, because we are all one people. We have a character. And that character, that type of character is what? Everybody knows, as we are more than 70 million, we have more than 70 million diplomats. Everybody knows more than the other. What are you going to tell me? What am I going to learn from you? Well, what do you know more than me? Have you done this more than me? Have you done, you know, this republicanism. We have taken it to a very stupid level, I'm telling you honestly. And this character, we should brittle it in order to do what? To go on, to move on in this struggle. Discipline. It is from discipline you have disciple. Discipline is the practice of training people to obey rules or code of behavior, using punishment to correct disobedience. That is discipline. Simple. The practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior. That is, do you know the reason why you have Christianity religions that are thriving today, even Islam? Because they are disciplined to a cause, to the cause laid down by the founder of that religion, Muhammad, Prophet Muhammad. People, you cannot say I'm a Muslim without going to or being, making reference to Quran. It is impossible. That is discipline. That Quran, that religion is your discipline. It's a discipline you engage in. You cannot say you are a Christian without making reference to the Bible. It's your guide. That is discipline. Because you cannot say I'm a Christian now after you are doing or conducting another thing that is alien to the Bible, that is alien to Christ as is recorded in the Bible, and you say, we are Christian churches. It is impossible. That is discipline. You understand? Please, I never open my line. Let nobody call me now until I open my line. Do you understand? So, in order for our cause, in order for us to restore our nation, we must find ourselves, humble ourselves with humility. Now we enter into discipline and become disciples, because from discipline you have disciples. Do you understand what I mean? That is discipline. Just like also a branch of knowledge, when you study in higher institutions, somebody can ask you, what is your discipline in the university? You say, okay, I'm mass communication or medical, industrial chemistry. That is your discipline. That is, what it means. I want people to think, to have everything, this world discipline. What is your discipline? I'm a medical doctor. Because that is who you are. That is what you practice. That is rules you obey. You cannot say, okay, I'm a medical doctor. Now you continue it. You know the consequences of maybe eating over cholesterol, eating cholesterol much, eating fat, junk foods in the night, or this and that. Now you are doing it. You are doing it with reckless abandon. And you say you have a discipline, you are a medical doctor. No. Because you have a discipline, what you studied is your discipline. Now that thing, it organizes your character. It's a discipline. Now you become a disciple of your profession. Do you understand? That restructure the brains of our people into being disciplined to our cause. And you cannot be disciplined without listening to the leadership of the structure. It's impossible. You understand me? You cannot say, who can tell me what I will know? Who is qualified? This DOS or this leadership? I know more than everybody. No. It's just like you, for example, you are a medical doctor, or you are going to school. Now you want to change from engineer to a civil engineer to being a medical doctor. You have to go and take the course of that or a lawyer, an attorney. You can be older than your teacher. You can be older than any person, your professor. It doesn't matter. But anything, because in that discipline, you are entering into another discipline, into a discipline that will form your life, that will shape your life. Therefore, that person you are seeing, he is your instructor. It doesn't matter, even if he's an 18-year-old boy. You respect him, you give, because you are entering into a discipline that you don't know. That discipline will shape your life and character. That is what you are doing here. So this character of I know more than, oh, I can do more than, I can do better. You come on social media, you have information. You know when you hear one thing, you think that nobody knows any other. It's you that you want to come out to vomit it. You are not disciplined. I wonder how people, when our leader was, judiciously forming this global movement, many people are laughing at him that he's a joker. But now, after this IPOB now a worldwide movement, people want to come and run, right at the back of IPOB in order to build whatever their kingdom or whatever they want, and you are there supporting them. Are you not a mad person? You should be ashamed of yourself. People have died in this struggle. People have been sacrificing in this struggle. People have been going through one thing or the other in this struggle. And you want just somebody out of nowhere, okay, come and without going through going through any way. You want to, it's just like when an engineer comes, he want to usurp he want to come in a theater of operation where doctors supposed to operate surgically, make a surgical operation on a patient. You see a civil engineer come in and say, no, I can do it. Oh, I'm educated. Yes, you're educated, but this is not your discipline. Do you understand? When it comes to freedom fighting, IPOB, we have a structure. You must obey this structure. It is QED. If you don't obey, if you don't want to obey, go and do your own thing. Stop riding on IPOB's back. It's very simple, and our people should understand this. That is discipline. Our people should stop going on useless, I call it useless animalistic sentiment. Oh, you know how to talk. No, man, analyze. Oh, Biafra. Now, you become so agitated like an animal, like my bingo. Please, we need discipline. We need discipline. We're in a war. We're in a war situation. Do you know the reason why every country, it doesn't matter the America that is a number one democracy, Britain number one democracy, but their military goes on command and control. Do you know why? Because the military is the architect of the security of the country. There should never be any form of indiscipline in their rank and file. Do you know that is the reason why every military structure in any country of the world goes on command and control? Because with command and control, that is how you fight and win a war. It's not by democracy. Try to understand that we are in a freedom fighting. It's not freedom joking or freedom dancing. Freedom fighting, which means we are in a war. We are fighting. What do you fight and joke? Do you fight a play? Do you fight a comedy? You fight a war. You fight a war whereby you either kill or be killed. So the only way to maintain and sustain this fight is through discipline. You can come out to here, for example, you want to say something, Miles, I will tell you, I handle the microphone. Please don't go that way. Don't start telling me that I know more. I can, I have done this. And you want to, that is discipline. There is a reason why I tell you that. Maybe you will not understand it. But as a disciplined person, you just keep quiet. Say, okay, I'm sorry. You go in another way. I'm just giving you an example. That is how discipline works. You want to do this, the person in that authority will tell you, don't do this, don't go that way. Without asking a question, you say, okay, I'm sorry, okay, I don't go. You stop. That is how discipline works. And that is how you study and become a medical doctor. It becomes your discipline. Because without discipline, you can never graduate. You can never be a professional. Do you understand me? There is need for discipline. There is no reserve. Complete discipline, so that we have good results. Stop allowing outsiders or those being paid. Somebody might be used by our enemies without him even knowing it. Don't you understand so? Do you know? Can you people decode some things? And do you understand? Imagine, as I said before, imagine today, BBC will come and interview me. They will start promoting me. Oh, Mazi, you see it on the news, BBC News, Pigeon on any newspaper. Alternative, he said there is one Mazi Jonathan now. He be the replacer or the head of IPOB. Can't you even fear? Even if you know, can't you fear? Say, oh boy, this one our enemies are promoting. There is something wrong there. Oh. That is how wise people think. Not being overwhelmed with sentiment all the time. And now, agitation. You don't listen because you are not disciplined. How can you make it? Fulani is controlling everybody today. Do you know why? They are disciplined to their cause. Let me tell it to you. They are disciplined to their cause. Do you understand? Their politicians, their foot soldiers, headsmen, their almajiri, their businessmen, they are working towards one direction, discipline. Once they receive that order, even if one they hit, maybe their terrorists work, all of them will gather to protect, to protect their people. That is discipline, because they have a cause, they have an agenda. But in our people, you see them. This one we ask question: why is this? Why can't you tell me? Do you know what I mean? You are not worthy to be in this struggle place. You better get out. Do you understand? You better get out. Christ chose apostles, his disciples, those that are complete. They are complete discipline to him. Do you understand? And that is why Christianity moves as anything. Christianity moves out as wildfire because they have disciples. Do you know disciples? That is those disciplined to the cause. They are disciples. It doesn't matter. They believe, they continue walking towards that cause set by the leader. That is one thing we should develop. This is just presentation 101. It's one just primary, which we should understand. I don't know if anything happened now, or it seems that we are falling apart. Our people, they say this and that. Oh, look at what I see in social media. This and this. What the hell is happening? What the heck? Just our Mazi Chinasanworu said. Do you think that many of us are not handsome enough? Do you think that the members of IPOB, many of them, when you see them, even when you see their photo, you want to go and kiss them because they are handsome? Do you understand? But we have a structure that is, controlling everything. It controls the way you behave, the way you act on this struggle. So we should understand that. Not when tomorrow another person will pop up and hey, no, this and that. What the heck is happening to our people? We should be disciplined. This character, it have set us backwards. It's a primitive character. Had it been, as I said before, this is a good character, but we are in a primitive Nigeria system. Nigeria is a very primitive, archaic system. No, there is no law and order. Do you know? You see many of us abroad. Do you know development or being in a developed country? You cannot do anything anyhow you want. No. The system forces you to behave yourself. That is why when you see an armed robber in Nigeria, he traveled to Germany. Now he become a good person. He start working. Do you know why? Not that he don't want to go to the bank and hit money as in Nigeria and carry the whole euro and run away. No. He want to do it, but he can't do it because of the system put in place that forces. The system will force you to become a good citizen by force. That is what we are trying to lay down here, this IPOB, that everybody should behave. System controls everything, controls your character. When you see an armed robber, a bad boy, now you see him when he travel to Spain, now he's working 247. Because you see him now, he living in nice apartments, working and sending money. And now he'll be preaching to you, say, oh, Nigeria, I don't know. That, oh, please stop like this. He will be preaching to even people at home. Why? Because he came into a system that forced him to behave. If you try to grab a gun to go to the bank, you cannot even reach to the bank. Cameras are everywhere. People will report you. Old men and women that are upstairs will report. If you loiter around in some places, they will call cops are everywhere. They will call cops for you. Say, look at this black man. I don't know what he's doing here. Just for nothing. Before 2 minutes, cops come and question you. What are you doing? That is a system that is working. In Nigeria, it's not like that. So, but because they want to put discipline on everybody, so that they will serve you, so that you will have the best of the country, so that you as a German citizen, you will go outside and be respected. Do you understand? Discipline comes with a price. You have to jettison that your archaic, primitive character. You have to jettison that your what do you call it? Extreme selfishness. You have to jettison it. And now you enter inside. It's just like when you are doing practical as a medical doctor. You have to wear, before entering the surgical room, you have to cover everything. It doesn't matter whether you are a huge person, whether you are muscular, whether you must subject. That is discipline. And no noise. You don't talk. They give you the guidelines and you must follow it. If you say, no, how can I be this? You will never graduate. You never be a medical doctor. You go to the street and be an animal. Because you cannot enter into this discipline. Do you understand that? That is what we are preaching here. So any person that our people should stop this character of distraction. Tomorrow they will see another person. Hey, no, hey, what? With his rubbish sentiment. Who no person. Somebody that will come and hijack what people died for. It's impossible. Do you understand? We have our modus operandi. That is why people envy us. That is why you see any social media broadcaster, he must talk about IPOB one way or the other to gather people. Do you think that it is free like that? It was built on the blood and sweat and discipline of people. If everybody is doing as he wants, we can never reach to this extent. That is why I'm telling you, Fulani, they are ruling everybody. They are running the lives of everybody in Nigeria. Why? Because they have discipline. They are disciplined to their cause. That is one thing. So, please, let us learn to be disciplined. It's very, very important. I will stop here and I will open my lines, but let me go on a few minutes break, please, before I open my lines. Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. Our lines are now open. Our lines are now open. Our direct line is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. I have Rabbi Charles on the line. MAZI, Rabbi Charles, can you hear me?
Good morning.
Good evening from here.
Please call me one WhatsApp. Hold on. 228-6224. Go on, MAZI. +61.
Thank you. Good evening from here. Before I go on, our leader, His Excellency MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, I salute you. I'm Rabbi Charles from my location. I'm speaking. MAZI, let me use this opportunity to thank, on behalf of the unit where I am. I want to use this opportunity to thank the members of Directorate of State and to thank appreciate our brother Zishina Sanworu for coming and speaking as if our leader is now speaking. You see, all the things he was speaking about, I was noting them, jotting them down, point by point. For you to get to this level of being a Directorate of State or member of the Directorate, intelligence is very pivotal. Our leader did not put dummies. Our leader did not put bingos there. Our leader put dedicated men and women with high IQ. If intelligence is very cheap, intelligence agency will be folded. There will be nothing like CIA, whatever, FBI. You will never have them. This is a certain unit that leads or takes care of the government of any nation. Without them, you cannot run a government effectively. You can be infiltrated. You can be destroyed. And when ordinary people look at it, they won't understand it. That's why I was surprised that a lot of people started behaving, some freedom fighters started behaving like prostitutes. They started behaving like prostitution, freedom fighting. You just saw somebody because the person is speaking on a I'm not against anybody on a Facebook, and when the person is speaking, you will bring out some certain things, and this is it. Some people jumped into it, and look at it. If your enemy is promoting something that maybe it seems to be appealing, be very, very careful. This is what our Directorate just did now. MAZI Sanworu is just like thwarting a coup d'etat. This thing has been systematized. A lot of people didn't see it. You don't know about it. Some of us have been so much emotional. Our leader, all of a sudden, gave order. MAZI, we congratulate MAZI Former wherever he is, because sometimes I have had some certain discrepancies on certain, not issue, but not agreements on certain things. But when someone does good, I will say, yes, this is fantastic. This is very good. If your leader is being apprehended, all of a sudden, the order that he will give is something that you don't understand. Anybody in that position should query that thing, regardless of whomever that is coming online to say our leader has spoken and his order is final. You are not a member of Directorate. You don't have what it takes to run that department. It's not a cliche. It's not a tumuna. So you got to pay attention to what you are saying to the people. I love what Mazi Sanwo-Olu said. If you push me to make mistake, I will let devastation in Biafra land. A lot of people don't know what is at stake. They don't know. You tell them from now till tomorrow, they will think maybe you are trying to make them to feel somehow. Or what you think you know everything.
Many
this
people,
is the language some of our people are
don't
using.
understand.
Well, you think you have the privilege to come to the radio, and you talk to them from Jerusalem to Jericho, they won't get you. And you will see that, and the people saying this thing are those that say that have been in the military, they have this knowledge, they have that knowledge, but look at little thing. They couldn't even figure it out. They could not figure it out. Mazi, I don't want to go beyond myself. I could have said some certain things, but I won't say it because of that discipline you are talking about. Sometimes I look at our people, I cry. So you can, Biafrans, so you can easily be deceived. If your leader is under a certain mindset and the lawyer confirmed that something is not 100% okay, what he was tortured, he was traumatized. Do you go and Google the word trauma? Anybody under traumatic condition can never give you order you follow. You will listen and respect. He is our leader. Once he comes out, he will leadership. There is no issue about that. But this will make our leader to know that he trusted this movement to capable hands. For people that are complaining, oh, directorate, you don't know them, you don't know their qualification, you don't know their experience, you don't know the technicalities involved, because somebody gingered you. The zoo paid a lot of people money within the family to come to destroy or destabilize this movement. And somebody came, let's say you travel somewhere and you are captured there, and all of a sudden somebody called you and said, oh, you should give me the key of the car. You are the wife, and you say, oh, Oga told you to give me the key. Why couldn't Oga call me? Oh, he's somewhere. I tried to reach Oga, I couldn't get Oga. So you don't know how to apply some certain wisdom to know exactly what is going on. You are not disobeying. You are not disobeying the leadership, the leader. You are not. You are protecting the leader. And sometimes it can come from a certain level that when you look at that level, it could be his 5 and 6, it could be his blood family, it could be his wife, and telling you to do things. And it is not in accordance with the code of conduct of the operation. You should query it. If you said no, when the leader comes out, all you can do, if leader insists, yes, I did this, why didn't you carry it out? You simply tender your resignation and resign gallantly and move away. Elohim will take care of you. You did what any man can do. Any man that loves his people can do. But people, you see a lot of people, because someone is talking on social media, you think that the person or displays on certain pictures, because I'm not allowed to display pictures. If I'm allowed to display pictures, you will see pictures, you run away. People that matters in the nations, you know them. I had pictures with them, but I'm not going to display them. It's irrelevant. And some people jumps like prostitutes. I said in a clip, I said, Mazi Chinedu Jonathan is a fantastic presenter. I listened to him from the time I began to listen to this Radio Biafra. Mazi Alozie is powerful, fantastic presenter. I.K. Peters, fantastic presenter. I know that he doesn't tolerate some nonsense. That I know. You will call his platform twice. He's allergic to that. I understand. Are you talking of Ike Chukwuonoha in South Africa? Ike Chukwuonoha is a fantastic presenter. Sometimes he gets emotional, he gets on top of his voice, but he's doing fantastically well. All of a sudden, you forgot your people. You forgot your people and start craving for something else that you don't know. And I see you hand you over the key. I see come and go through the protocol or somebody I gave me. You magi 1 + 1 over Guinea. Biafrans, let me tell us this. This is a test of Elohim is testing all of us. This will show us whom we are. Some people will tell you, oh, I am in the military. I serve in this place. I serve in that place. But that person talking doesn't have simple intelligence. Military has to go with intelligence. Policing has to do with intelligence. Security has to do with intelligence. If you don't have those things put in place, you don't know what you're talking about. If they give you the key, you will end up killing a lot of people. You will kill people and blame it on someone else. Our leader has done fantastically well, and he's going to come out. When he come out, he will carry on from where he stopped. If he says the decision of the directorate is not okay, that anytime he sends okay, give okay this, you give Okoli this, give the car key, you give. And everybody is doing that. Pay attention, you are doing it as a result of fear, not as a result of serviceman. When you are asked to protect the prime minister, you tell a prime minister the way we should go. You tell him the route where he will drive through. And before you go to that place, your men are already there maybe 5 days and skin the place. They call it skinning, to remove anything that looks like threat. And they are there. Then the prime minister will come there. This is the job of intelligent men and women. You don't know. Most of us think, oh, our leader, come to China. Our leader, come to Russia. You don't look at his safety and security. Will he be safe there? Will he be sniped there? There. Most of us don't think. They only say, oh, come, the IPOB family, but you don't consider the safety of your leader. Now, the zoo, we know that MAZI Nnamdi Kanu did not commit the leadership into the hands of bingos. They will know that tonight. MAZI, that is all I want to say. I have a lot of things to say, but because of time that you gave me, I have to stop from here. Thank you very much. Shalom.
That's it. Remain blessed. Caller on Signal, thank you for holding on. You see, some people, when they call on WhatsApp, you don't pay, but they stay and they go out. Thank you for holding on. Caller on Signal. Are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
MAZI Onuibo, yes.
Onuibo. Yes, good evening from here. I'm watching it.
Welcome to the program. Please raise your voice a bit.
Okay. And good evening to Biafrans, friends of Biafrans and lovers of freedom.
Caller, hold on. I will come to you, please.
My name remains MAZI Onuibo. I'm calling from Holland, and I hear from Newu province, Biafran land. MAZI, I must thank you for the work you're doing. For your nation, our nation, Biafran, Chukwu Abiyama will keep you, Chukwu Abiyama will strengthening you, and in all of us will see Biafra.
You say?
And more important, also to my leader, MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, the great hero of our own time, whom Chukwu Abiyama has sent to do this work. In his own time, Biafra shall be restored, and he will reap the fruit of his labor. The Biafran we are fighting for, and the Biafran I want is the Biafran that MAZI Nnamdi Kanu will be alive to see, to witness, to enjoy. So he has suffered a lot, and that's his goal in life, which is Biafran restoration. He will see Biafran restored. He said. Yes, MAZI. This evening broadcast, it made my day, and it made my week, and it made my month also. I just want to thank MAZI Chinasa for coming on air, because what brought about the kind of all this gossip and all this questioning here and there is most of us, we are kind of confused. But MAZI Chinas are coming on air to say to make such revelations. At least he made us understand that people of the group or the leadership people are pointing, are accusing, are saying wrong of that they know nothing, and everything is intact. There is nobody that there is no cause for alarm. But the way the whole thing went, the news and everything just went up and down. It now seems as if there is, there's an issue. But I just thank Mazi Chinasa for coming on air. At least this evening on, he led everything open. And it's just a point, is a very good place for our people to know that this family would have gone beyond somebody coming in, or even groups, millions of people coming in to infiltrate us. It's not possible. This family is now stronger than even 2016. So how much more now this 2017? So no any plot, no iota of anything would stabilize this family. And the decision of our men in media and headed by Mazi Chukwudi of former, it shows that we are the IPOB as now. So we have grown, the leadership has grown to the level of holding this very family strong. Even while Oyende is in detention, this IPOB family remains very formidable. So my calling is just to say thank you, and also for bringing Mazi Chinasa, at least for this clarification, because it will go a long way. Thank you for giving me the time. Chukwudi and bless each and every one of us. In our own time, Biafra shall be restored.
Of course, it will. Thank you very much. Remain blessed. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there? I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why the call. Let me pick this call. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Caller on direct line. No, the call went off. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me?
Hear you, my able, indomitable Jonathan.
Mazi, go on.
I can hear you.
Okay, go on, please.
Mazi, am I coming out loud?
You are.
Thank you so much, Mazi. I'm so much happy. Today is a wonderful day.
Hold on, I will come to you. Call on signal.
Mazi, let me speedily move to my own opinion. Mazi, I will first of all to thank the member of DOS. This shows that nothing destroys IPOB. Our labor, our effort can never be in vain. Mazi, I'll start one. I want to caution the DOS. My caution to DOS, please, in the name of Elohim Yamashir, I pray. DOS, never you listen any gossip. Never you mind what people are saying. DOS, you have to come online. DOS, you have to be coming online steady. No. Mazi Jonathan, you are enough in this program. Mazi Aloze is enough in this program. Mazi Ike Peters, Mazi Kechku Onoha, all the radio presenters, they are good enough. Mazi, second again, I want our DOS, anytime they call, like the way Chike Dozem used to do, like the way Chinasa World did today, come with a vital information. Mazi, honestly speaking, when I listened to what people said about Simon Ekpa, I said, what happened? Someone is just making broadcasts, Chinasa World used to this and that. But we did not know where this problem initiated out. Mazi, without loose and regulation, we'll be moving like a ship without no shepherd.
We'll be moving everybody
without
to
loose and regulation. Mazi, we all will be misled. I thank the member of DOS, and I encourage and advise anybody that is coming on this platform, this hallowed platform, to mention DOS is not coming online. DOS is not doing this. May Elohim destroy you and destroy you wherever you are. If you cannot, any information you want to pass, you have to belong to IPOB family. Pass it to your coordinator. Your coordinator will pass it to the appropriate channel. we are followed by chain and command. Mazi, I thank you all. In a no distant time, our leader will be out.
Of course, he will.
This is the time of our freedom. This thing happened. It's a God's plan and a God's willing. This is the time of our freedom. Our freedom is already here. Mazi, we should not panic because our freedom is here. All hail Biafra and all must hail Biafra.
Thank you very much, my brother. My comrade. Caller on signal. Welcome to the program. Caller on signal. Can you hear me?
Mazi. Yes, I'm hearing. Good evening, Mazi.
Welcome to the program.
Yes, my name is Nkwachi Mezi. I'm calling from Ghana, the Ghana National PRO. So please, I want to really appreciate Mazi Chinasa Sanguru for the clarification that he made this evening. I'm telling you, and with your topic, which says discipline. In this struggle, all we need is discipline. Discipline in all ramification. Discipline in talk. Discipline in posting and whatever thing we are posting on Facebook, in social media, because whatever thing we post on social media, the world read it. Then discipline in action. Even in our thinking and the way we do things, we need discipline. Like people, our enemy projecting, that it's not that we are condemning him. We are not condemning him. He's doing work like others. But if, like I heard before that, before he interviewed our leader self, our leader said that if he did not take oath, that he can never intervene him. He forcing he took oath. Then if the director have given you how
this information,
how you operate in Radio
most people
Biafra,
don't know this. Do you know that? Those people that are jumping up, they don't know. There are things, if we reveal it, people will baffle. But that's why we say this. Once they tell you something, please go on, obey. There is a reason for that. For you as a person that has no clue, you might think that, oh, no, it's not going well. But there is a reason for that. Mazi, go on, please.
Yes. So what we are saying is that we need discipline in all we are doing in this. You see, what we're into is like it's a freedom fighting. We are into freedom fighting and not like honestly people think that what we are doing that we are joking, but we are not, because many people have died because of what we are doing. Many people have been disfigured because one of my brother here, he was disfigured and he was brought to this place we are. And I know how the guy is even managing. So we are not joking in this fight. We are fighting for eternity. So people should be disciplined. Whatever thing you're doing for Biafra to be restored, if you are with your sincere mind, because I know that some people they just come for people to know that they are there, but in the night they do whatever thing that coincides. It's really that what we are doing that is for your mind. My brother, whatever thing DOS said, we should follow it. Whatever the code of conduct that we have, whatever thing that we are sticking there, let's do it. So Mazi, what we are saying is that whosoever that if he cannot take that option that DOS giving, he should leave. Anybody that want to listen should go to his Facebook, or those that even from tonight, I don't think I will even go. So Mazi, I want to appreciate you and Biafra all over the world. All we need is discipline. Discipline is very, very important. Thank you, Mas, for picking my call. Thank you very much, sir.
And you too. Thank you very much. Remain blessed. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yes, Mazi.
Caller on WhatsApp. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Mazi.
I have a caller on WhatsApp. I don't know. Are you not speaking, or is from? What is happening?
I can hear from you. I'm hearing. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Mazi Jonathan?
Caller on WhatsApp, please.
Can you hear?
Hold the line.
You.
Let me do something. Because no. Caller on WhatsApp. Okay, just hold on. I think. Okay. Hold on. There is some issue. Please, just hold the line. Hold the line. Let me see.
Okay.
No. No. Don't go, please. Don't go away. Don't go away. There's something wrong. But I must fix it. You must go on. Please just hold on. Hold the line. Caller on WhatsApp. Just hold the line. Hold the line. Hold the line. Hold the line. Hold the line, hold the line, hold the line. Now let me hear. Can you hear me now? Go on, please. Go on, please. I think I have an issue here with this system.
It's 2042.
I think I have an issue. Please. And people are calling, I cannot even manipulate the system. Please. I cannot even be able to see a way to manipulate what I want to do because people are calling. People are calling. But I must bring this person, honestly speaking. I must bring him. I must bring her in, please. I must bring her. My goodness. Come on, what's up now? You can go on. I think it's okay now. Caller on WhatsApp, you can go. Oh, drop. I'll bring you in. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll bring you in. Don't worry. I don't know. There is something wrong with the connection, the connectivity of the wire. Honestly. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? No. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? See, the line now just come. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me?
Mazi Jonathan. Hello?
Please go on.
Hello? Hello? Mazi Jonathan, sir.
Welcome to the program. Welcome to the program. Please, can you go on, please?
Good work for what we have done. I've learned a lot of things from you about discipline, Mazi Jonathan. So what I'm suggesting this night is that in our IPOB, anybody that is not disciplined should be disciplined, neither by flog or find a way to deal with that person. Because they don't know that you are fighting for a freedom fighter. And when you are explaining about Fulani, they are disciplined. And what Fulani used to do, that anybody among them that didn't obey what they are doing, they will remove that person. And nobody will know about it, and others will continue. That's how they behave. So we have to bring discipline. IPOB down so that people put those people bad airs out there. And whosoever that introduced our DOS, That's what I'm suggesting.
Thank you.
Hello?
Thank you. Remember. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Caller on direct line. Caller on direct line.
Yes, I can hear me, Jonathan.
The whole world is listening. Please go on.
Yes, I can hear you. Can hear me now.
The whole world is listening. Please go on. We are hearing you. Go on.
Jonathan, can you hear me? Jonathan, our lady is not talking. Let me keep my food.
Go on.
Okay, I'm back. Mazi Jonathan, Udo Kitabiama, Chimana Mahayama, Udo Yateredi, oh, Chika. Mazi Jonathan Woru, Ejubota Dada Chika. Oh, Egani Ho Wosto, Ela Hata Duomo, Ete Fulatine Kekeregi. Mbineri Biafra mgbe na-aṅụ ọṅụ ete Fulatine kekere gị ọ na-anụ na ịga n'iruwo nso ịlaghata azụmọnwụ ete Fulatine kekere gị Biafra all over the world Udochukwu okike abịama chi aha anyị nwawo ụmụ Biafra dara aha ya Udo ya dịrị olu niile ebe niile o ji aka etukwusi anyị ọ ya jiri n'aka ya akpọlata anyị Dede Nnamdi Kanu religious leaders all over the world as long as you know you are a Biafra you are looking for the coming back of Yeshua or Jesus Christ as you people have placed it. It is our leader now. Can't you see it? Do you think even all you governors, all you estates, those saboteurs that are trying to destroy this project. You don't know that this project is Libya for your own betterment and for the betterment of Libya, the next standards of generation of Biafra. Because you are Biafran, imagine, you people are killing us, making sure that our life is totally destroyed. Both our women, both everything about us. And today, the only savior that okay money rokata or Jesus will lower. Biafra of course always open with Pastor my bishop, my father, my Tami Morocco, religion in Europe, like Supuma Kusima Jonathan, they will not have it. Therefore, original being a liquid, okay more to put to move Biafra, the closing couple. Oh, Biafra, Psalm 24. From verse 1 to end, and the Psalm 115 from verse 1 to end. Oh, yeah, when you're black. The Colonial Ezekiel chapter 43. Check it out. Also, the temple, Pomela, the prayer. Go up, we can go down. So, I be stopped at Roma. And let me know when I go to the 26 because we are the only race that you follow against your forward talk. How much is your talk? Moment only, you're feeling them to take it. Fulani, you want to come and put your flag in the Atlantic. That's the way you see for Atlantic. They come and the one you should be the way for your people. Dara. My beloved, respectful excellency, number one of the whole world, Joe Biden. Respect the order of MAZI and the leadership of IPO to the rest of state. Anything you tell you today, as you study this message, Ezekiel chapter 43, that temple, come and build it back. And let every nation in the whole world worship Almighty. But if no one worship in our own God, no problem. But it's safe for our land to hear. That God Almighty has determined that it must be restored. Where are you to stop the kingdom of heaven? Who are you? One. So my beloved, so Biden, make him take the death because today, tomorrow, you see our leader. That 26, before that time, prove your power now. We want to I'm from Biafra land. And they come from Amba to Biafra. If we carry our eyes, see our leader, any wound be there for him body, you say prepare. We go take on for court when I go pay. Dara. All the Tagotuas, all the governors, all the agents, all the religious leaders in Biafra land, and they come from Amba to Biafra land. I call you now to talk about that. I call you what I need my father. But I could be a time Musapo, oh my fan, share. Never be born. No, call for my Jonathan, never believe we go. Come to Tosca. Yes, I all over the world. On your blood, you open a director of state to what I hear. My city to them. They all like a tap of our leader from that dungeon. Where full and nation full and you know what the government go for all of us. But
Mazi, round up, please. Mazi, round up.
That land.
I don't know. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
I can hear you. Allow him to come.
He says it's off. Go on, Mazi. Go on, please. Go on. Mazi, you are on air. Please go on. His line just
Mazi, thank you for giving me this opportunity. I hope I am coming up.
You are, please. Go on.
Because you have a lot of interruption, but thank God Chukwokika have made you to overcome it.
Mazi, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Go on,
because there's a lot of interruption. Okay. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, Mazi Chinasoworu, for coming up on DOS. I greet every one of you. Mazi, just give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second.
We must move on. Please, Mazi, go on.
It's okay now. It's okay. I was having interrupt. I think my app was on. That was what was going on. It's okay now. Thank you, Mazi Chinasoworu, and all the whole DOS members. Anywhere you are residing, Chukwokika bless every IPOB leadership and our able leader wherever he may be. Okike will guide and protect him. The enemy has no power over him because Chukwu Okike Abiyama have ordained him for this work. There's nothing immortal can do to him. He's a man with 9 lives. He will be back. This second missionary journey and the last. He have predicted all this since 2014 to 2015, the first time they arrested him. Wow, we're losing it. He said it so to prepare some of us and some of you guys. What if anything happened, they will come and kidnap him, and one day they will come and spread the paper on air and say that your leader have capitalized, they have kidnapped him, or they have did anything that they have backslide. What will you say? So this is how some of you will react. I listened to what one of my brothers said, and one of the bishops said, it's almost the same thing. If your enemy is promoting something for you, what do they think? Sometimes we should be wise sometimes. I'm not suspecting anybody. I still say it. Until you are tested and proven, being captured, being adopted, being humiliated, being going out one day from airport, they block you, say you will not leave. You will stand it and come out and still remain who you are upon all the temptations, destroy your business, made you to be poor. By what later you said no, you can't give up. Then we know who you are. I welcome everybody. I welcome everybody's idea. But do not come here to distract us. People have died. A lot of men have paid the ultimate price. We are not here to show up. We are not here to show who we are. We are not looking for political appointment tomorrow. Since I joined this struggle, I stopped it to taking or being participated in anything election in Nigeria since 2014 till date. Anyway, I have seen, I disagree with some people going to meet anybody, which made some people to communicate me that who cares? I don't care. Biafra is my life. Biafra is my religion. The mission is here to restore Biafra. So if you got what it takes, come in the family. There is a principle, a guide in the family. How can you be coming in my house? I say, this is my rule. You say you can never obey any one of it. And they want me to come in. And they want me to welcome you. We walk with line up. We all have our own spirit in different places all over the world. As God created us. I did and each. Me, not just some offer things He tell me to do. I don't even want it. I don't even want to lead anything. I'm just an evangelist. My name is Simon. I was told there was a prediction, there's revelation before I was giving birth to Biafra. That's why when I met our leader 2014, he said, do you know why my mother gave birth to me? It's just to restore Biafra. Nothing else more. I'm not here to look for money or to be rich or be famous. No. We should be focused. Mazi, Biafra will be restored. Our leader will be back. This is the tested time. This is the time. So that when Madu come back, he will see us in peace and harmony. So victory is ours. Oh, hey, Biafra, sign off from here. My name is Simon.
Biafra. Thank you. Thank you, Mazi. Remain blessed. We must continue. I have many callers from direct line, but I cannot pick you and keep you waiting, honestly. Sometimes, mostly callers from direct line, they don't time their call. It's mostly our brother, our comrade, Ezekiel, that knows how to time it. It's when people start talking now, they will start calling. Call will be flowing in. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Sorry, caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me?
Oh, Jonathan. Good evening, sir.
Welcome to the program. Did you call before?
The line was interrupted.
Welcome to the program. You don't need to pinpoint where you're calling from. Go on. As far as you are in Biafra.
Okay, sorry, sir. Mazi, I like your discipline. I learn a lot from you. I learn a lot from our leader. Now I'm in zoo. I'm very, very disciplined. The way I go, the way I talk, because I don't know who's the enemy. But I don't know how our people behave. They talk like a madam in the meat market, making noise. And if they ask them to go and do this thing, they will not do it. But what I'm suggesting is that in our POB, I get men who is not ready to be an IPOB should go home. And before I resign, I could come on IPOB. So unless time, he will not do anyhow. That's what I'm suggesting. Our people, now like again, force. If you use force and do them, they will not repent. So that I'm not freedom fighter, I fight. Our leader on a John Donne and sometimes if they will start to talk like a woman. The Fulani and they don't see how Fulani is disciplined. And anybody that mess up, they will remove that person and replace another person. So is what I'm suggesting. Our people should be disciplined. Oh, Biafra, can I marry the wise? So thank you for giving me this chance.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Caller on signal. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, Mazi Jonathan. Thank you for picking my call, my brother.
Welcome to the program.
Mazi, how are you?
I am good. And you?
Yeah, I'm fine, Mazi. Thank you so much. Mazi, may Elohim Chukwu Kabiyama bless you.
Bless you too.
For your
for your wonderful output this evening. My name is MAZI. I'm calling from Austria. And by the special grace of God, I'm IPOB National PRO here in Austria. MAZI, I want to thank our brother MAZI Chinasangoru for coming out to clear these issues. Because, MAZI, I have to be honest with you, most of these people shouting this thing, writing all this trash, MAZI, most of them, I'm telling you honestly speaking, they're not even coming to meeting.
Of course,
it's not
I know.
To come to IPOB.
I know.
Not to come to swear an oath. And you don't pay monthly dues. The only one the can we come and broadcast. You just come out and our leader is talking. But to make info what we are doing, to be disciplined, you can't see them. I want the Biafra, but when they come that Mazinan, they can have made us to be soldiers. He said control. This man is a visionary. He said it. So one helicopter has come and pick your leader. You don't know what to do. Now we have a director of state, which MAZI is the head. On behalf of our leader Mazin Nandikanu, he continues to man the pulpit until our leader comes out and take over. We should heed instructions from him. If there is an order from our leader that so person should do something, which nobody is against, but that person must follow the full rules. If you don't do it, then that means you don't want to do the job. Nobody is against anybody. They say what anybody here is doing is not good. We appreciate whatever anybody is doing here to make sure that Biafra will come. But if you want to be a broadcaster in Radio Biafra, you have to take the rules and regulations. Despite it doesn't matter whom you are. It doesn't matter whom you are. So people should stop confusing this the gullibles. We are not in a market square. It's either you survive or you die. Many people have lost their lives today. Men are falling. And you wonder, people want to stay in this struggle. Let us keep quiet. If you don't know how IPOB, please ask questions. It's wrong. I think that our leader has been interceded in the zoo animal kingdom. On the conditions. People should understand that we are not joking here, please. No sentiment here. It doesn't matter whom you are. We love everybody. But when it comes in terms of principle, we must take the order. If you're not willing to take it, then you can continue whatever you are doing. We're not against you. But it's like somebody coming into IPOB. I said, I want to belong to IPOB, but I don't want to take an oath. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Of course I do.
Hello, man.
I say, of course I do understand what you're saying. Go on.
Am I coming out clear?
You are coming out clear. You are coming out clear. Go on.
MAZI, am I coming out?
MAZI, please go on. You are coming out clear. Please go on. Go on. Go on. Go on.
Okay, MAZI. So, in a nutshell, what I'm saying here is that our people should be wise enough to know when the enemy wants to come and sow ties in our midst. The zoo government is trying everything possible to make sure they sow a tie in IPOB so that people will be. Please be wise. Most of us have been listening to our leader Martin Namdekano since 2012 to today. What have you learned from your leader? In the absence of your leader, what have you learned? This time is the time you have to prove that this discipline Martin Namdekano have taught all of us that whom opportunity, please, to announce our rally here in Austria on 26th. Please, it's going to take place in Revek in Vienna. Our protest is going to hold there in British Embassy and also in Zoo Embassy. So those that didn't attend the one we did on 15th in Kenya Embassy, please, there's still enough time for you to take free from your working place. Let us let the world understand that our leader Mazin Namdekano, the extraordinary rendition that the Kenya government and the Zoo Animal Kingdom government have done to our leader is not something that IPOB and lovers of freedom all over the world is going to tolerate. We can never, ever, ever give up, because we cannot stop. If we stop in this journey, it is the worst thing that can happen to us. But I know, Mazi, thank you so much. And please, our people living here in Austria, we are still begging you, please, come out in mass on 26th of this month. Come out in mass. I want to use this opportunity to thank my national coordinator, Mazi Owumere, and his deputy Mazi Nweke, and also Vienna Mazi, our brother, the national coordinator of Vienna. You people did explode in the last month.
Please hold on, I'll bring you in. Hold the line, please.
The last protest we have on 15th of this month in Kenya Embassy. I want to and also in UN Embassy. We delivered the letter to them. They have received our letter in Kenya Embassy. Have received also the letter in UN. Not all we want. Of our leader Martin Namdekano. Martin is a good man. All he's asking the world is that I want my people to be free. Give me a referendum. He has been ringing it like a bell. Give us a referendum for my people to decide their fate. If they want to belong here or not. And this is where we stand. We stand with Martin Namdekano. Simple and short. Martin, thank you for picking my call. May Elohim continue to bless you. Give you more wisdom to continue to follow this affair. Thank you, Martin. Thank you.
Thank you. Remain blessed. Thank you. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yes, Mazi Jonathan. Good afternoon from here.
Welcome to the program, Mother.
Thank you so very much for calling me back. In fact, I have been crying. I can't even express myself how I feel. But I just want to thank you all. I want to thank Mazi Aibitas, Alozie, Mazi Chinasa, and others. Please, I'm begging in the name of Almighty God. Everyone that is hearing me, please, DOS, I am begging you all.
Can you introduce yourself?
My name is Eshe Zanachuku. I'm calling from my location. Please, I am begging you all. We should know that what we are in is not about ourselves. It's about the generation to come. It's about all the sacrifice, people who have died on this struggle. It should be about what Martin Namdekano have putting himself into all this why. Sometimes when that man is talking, I used to pity him. I used to say, God, please give him strength. I know we are very stubborn. It's very, very hard for you to control people. But look at where he is today. I remember when he said that we should not disappoint him, that he will not disappoint us. And up till now, he's still telling us that we should be in unity. Please, I'm begging that every one of us, especially those at DOS, should understand that everybody must not be the same. There are a lot of Judas in this struggle. There are a lot of people who came to sell out this struggle. And they shouldn't be looking at hearsay or what people are ranting on social media. I see a lot of them. Sometimes I follow a lot of them before, but I stopped following them because I noticed that some of them started misbehaving, some of them dressing like as though they're not even into the freedom fighting thing, you know? So I start to ask myself, what is really going on? But this period is not the period that people should be, distracted, especially the DOS. It's only somebody who know about management know that management is not easy, right? I know what they're going through. Even when this incident happened, for a week, I couldn't get myself. I know how they will feel. It's not easy for anybody to expect them to come out to say things, the way they expected it. But I'm encouraging them. They shouldn't look at people. They should look at the man that put them there. They should remember there are a lot of people who sacrifice their life in the bushes right now. They are there. They're looking up to them. So if they make any mistake, those people that are sleeping in the bush, try to make sure that everything goes well with our mothers, our sisters in the villages. If they give up, what will happen? Please, I am on my knees begging the DOS. Please, my brothers, I have never underrated you all. I put you all in my prayers every day. Please do not allow the lunatics among us to make you, to step down or to leave what MAZI and Dekalo have handed over to you. Please, I'm begging. I am begging in the name of Chukwokika Adama. You all should come together and let us left behind. I remember when one of our MAZI was broadcasting a few days ago. He was talking, I think it's you, MAZI Jonathan. He was talking about children of Israelites when Moses was taking them. Just only that Moses went to go and get the 10 commandments, they started to misbehave. And we should remember we're still in that time. It's not everybody. Some people are just, shouting, ranting on social media. It's not as though they know what they're doing. But you all should remember that MAZI Nnamdi have children. He has a wife. These people think how those children feel that their father is not with them. From day one, I look at myself, I say, look at this man fighting for me. This man's supposed to be in his own comfort zone, relaxing himself. But every day, this man is on top of it, fighting for my freedom, for the freedom of my people. And my people are still perishing for lack of knowledge. Please, my submission this evening is just for you people to please, I'm begging. I know that other women, if they have the opportunity to call, the same thing I'm saying now, that they will be saying. I'm on my knees begging you all, do not allow anybody to break your heart. Remember, you're not doing this for yourself. You're not doing it you are just doing it for generations to come. And I believe that whatever you sow, you will reap. If you sow the good seed, you will reap the good seed. If you sow the bad one, you will reap the bad one. But all I'm telling anybody that is broadcasting or saying anything to sabotage this struggle, believe you me, I don't want to curse you, but your generation will not know peace. And if any of you sell us, those people who castigating and who are doing all manner of things to see that they make other people's mind to wither, believe you me, it will never go well with them. But please, I'm begging you all, please, hearken to the voice of reasoning, please, and don't let anybody. Nobody is paying you. You're doing all these things because you want freedom. Today, I saw in France, many of our brothers jumped from 7-story building because of fire, and some of them died. Is this the kind of life we want to live in other people's country? We want to go home, please, I'm begging. MAZI Jonathan, God bless you, and I pray that God should give you people strength every day as you people come out here to give us strength. And I pray every day that MAZI Nnamdi will have strength from God Almighty. We cannot be saying what we are doing for him concerning prayer, but I know that Chukwokika Adama will see him through and he will come out truly. Let every woman among us continue to pray the Psalms. All those people yapping their mouth on social media by talking one another, go on and pray the Psalms this man have given us to pray every day and put him in prayers. He's not happy where he is, but we must continue and he must come out successfully. God bless you, okay?
Thank you, Mother. Remain blessed.
Yes, sir.
We must continue.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. We are inching closer to the end of this program. Caller on WhatsApp. MAZI, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yeah, MAZI, good evening.
Welcome to the program.
Yeah, MAZI, good evening. My name is Paul, calling from Gabon. This evening I'm hearing what is going on Radio Biafra. always like that because Biafra and Radio Biafra and those are working seriously hard to make sure that Biafra is restored. People are formidable, and especially our leader Mazen and the Carlo, the prophet of our time. May God protect you wherever you are, give you strength, and the angels of the Lord must gather you, and they give you strength and they protect you all the time and always. Mazen, first of all, this evening, I want to tell all IPOB here especially in Gabon, or those here in Libreville, that on Monday morning, immediately is 7:30, 8 to 8, all IPOB, all Biafrans, everybody must be in the zoo embassy, because we are going to shake the embassy of the zoo here in Gabon, so that they will know that we IPOB, we are not happy about what they did to our leader, where they keep him up to now, and we want our leader to be released. That is why we need all the whole Biafrans here, all the whole IPOB here.
I also advise, once you are at the embassy, you can call Radio Biafra. You can be streaming live. You can call Radio Biafra. Any person that is on the platform, we pick your call, please. We need live updates everywhere, please. Do not forget that.
I will do that, Mazi. I will do that morning, Monday morning. I will call Radio Biafra so that we can talk to all Biafrans. That we understand that we are in the zoo embassy. So, Mazi, I don't have much to say this evening. All I can say that is all IPOB must be on zoo embassy here in Gabon on Monday. So, Mazi, we don't have more time anymore. Remain blessed and keep what you are doing for us. Chukwu Kabiama will bless you and your family, and bless all those principal officers are working as seriously hard. Not the saboteurs, but all those who mean the job and to restore our nation. Chukwu Kabiama bless them and bless all IPOB and bless Biafra nation, because Biafra is here, and protect our leader Mazen and the Carlo and his family. Thank you.
God bless you. We must continue. As I said, we are inching closer to the end of this program. Please, but let me pick caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Caller on direct line. Caller on direct line, stop listening to your radio, please. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp, please hold on. I will come to you. Caller on WhatsApp, I will come to you. Caller on direct line, are you there?
Yes, Jonathan. Good evening.
Welcome to the program.
Yes, Jonathan. I want to use this opportunity to greet you and greet my leader, Mazen Namdekano, and his family, the family of Israel, Ukukano, who have sacrificed everything, unsacrificable, that have brought us home today. Mazen, I was sharing tears when I was listening to all this, what the DOS was updating us today. But all thanks to God that we have come this way. I want to thank all our broadcasters who are doing selfless work without being paid. And they devoted all their time when others are going about their business, making their money. All of them are working assiduously, teaching us what we don't know. We say, God Almighty, we bless all of you in the name of Chukwu Kichabiam, I pray. He said. Mazen, yes, something, when I had some of all these things that somebody, our brother want to come out and broadcast, I was saying, last time, there was a time when they said that anybody that is broadcasting on radio should not be a principal officer or one thing or the other. I was so surprised. People are jumping up. I don't want to call them. Somebody from South Africa comes. Because you have 50,000 followers
you will come up on Radio Biafra that millions of people are listening to. You will now be telling, radio, I have had this thing here. You are now forcing somebody, forcing the US to make mistakes so that you say, hey, this is their mistake. My brother, let us think twice. Honestly, let somebody that is calling on this Radio Biafra every time from somewhere in the zoo here, Lagos. Sometimes call say, man, I want to say something. I know that you people will not like it, but you go ahead and say that thing because you have followers who you want to please. Those followers that is following you, are they member of IPOB? Are they for your interest? Some of them are there against you. Every time they were imposing you one thing or the other, and you want to retain your. So when you are protecting the interests of your followers, what is different between you and the person? Please, let our people learn. Let our people learn, please. I thank you for this update you people have given us. That whoever that is a Radio Biafra student, that today, when you hear when somebody told me, I heard that this.
Oh, very sorry. Maybe your airtime is finished. Caller on WhatsApp, thank you. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp, you can unmute yourself and speak to Biafra. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Pastor.
Welcome to the program. Thank you for holding on.
Yes, Mazi, good evening, good afternoon, good morning to all the great Biafrans all over the world. I still remain Mazi Onyeze, calling.
Mazi, are you still there?
Yeah, yes, I'm here. Yes, I said my name still remains Mazi Onyeze, calling from Saba in Biafra land.
Go on, please. Go on.
All right. The one thing I want to say is that desperate situation calls for desperate measures. We are in a very dire situation, and we must stand up on our feet. We must not allow ourselves to be distracted. We must not allow the ploys of the enemies to destabilize our steadfastness, our resolve to restore Biafra. Our leader used to say that we will fight to the last man standing. So, which means that all we have to do is to look ahead, is to look at the ball, is to look at where we are going. spirit. We need to reinvigorate our strength, our resolve. We need to reinvent ourselves to make sure that even in the dark room that our leader is, that he will be proud that he left us, that we are still focused on what we are doing. So I urge all Biafrans to put away pride, to put away any kind of distraction, and be focused on the ball. Good evening, Mazi. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mazi. Thank you. As I said before, we are inching closer to the end, towards the end of this program, but I will take one or two calls more. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? No. What is happening? The line is reconnecting. Caller on WhatsApp, please. It's a pity the line was reconnecting. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Please, when you call, listen to your direct to your phone.
Is it me, Jonathan?
Are you not calling on WhatsApp?
Yes.
Do you want me to I don't know your name. How you are calling on WhatsApp? Once I say call on WhatsApp, it's you. Please go on.
Yes, Mazi Jonathan. Good evening, sir.
Welcome
from here. Yeah.
Mazi, you are listening to your device, or are you using earpiece? Please, you remove it. Talk directly.
Yes, yes.
Most of this earpiece.
Mazi, good evening, sir. I'm calling from Biafra.
Go on, please.
Thank you very much. There is something I want to chip in because we normally forget. No. I'm not using earpiece. No.
Mazi, you are listening. I will cut you off. You are listening to your radio or your listening device. If you go back to talk to me direct through your phone, please.
You know.
Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program. I don't like people, they don't listen to instructions. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Yeah, Mazi Jonathan, good evening, good morning, good afternoon from work. Yeah, my name remember Zinwa Beze Anthony Benue Media.
Welcome to the program.
I want to say greetings to you. Yeah, greetings to you all my fellow Biafrans, wherever you are, and all the Biafran fans.
Mazi, go on.
I want to really appreciate Jonathan, but also so I want to say that in Benue State here, in fact, the atmosphere have changed that the whole state, the indigenes of this state, of Benue State, have rose up and said, enough of this nonsense that they don't want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be in that detention again. That they suppose that Nigerian government supposed not have no reason to detain Ohamadike in DSS, and they have no case with Mazi Ohamadike. So it has caused the youth of this very province, the youth of Tivland, and the youth of Igede, and the youth of Idoma, and the entire Igbo. Please. Let's say that this man have nothing to do with Nigerian DSS. That if DSS can torment Mazi Ohamadike, he said that this country deserves to be disintegrated because this country is supposed not to be one. Because this is an intimidation. How can you hijack somebody that have no visa of this country? You hijack him all the way from Kenya to Nigeria. He said that is an evidence to show that this is completely failed to do so.
Go on, let's see.
So, addition to that, a lot of women and youth and the rest of them, they are protesting, they are campaigning, they are saying no, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he is the only eye in this country. He is the only mouthpiece. He speaks their mind. He tells the world how they are feeling. He's the one that opened the eye because they never, since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been speaking and is telling everybody in the state that they should do what? They should sit up. Now their eye have opened and they have understood that Fulani have already prepared. They're not in agitation of freedom. They need this country to be disintegrated, to be separated, to be part into two, that everyone will answer his father's name. This is the report I want to give you from here. Thank you, Mazi. Thank you, Mazi. Jonathan. Thank you for hearing from me here. Thank you.
Remain blessed. Thank you very much. We must continue. I think, as I said, I am inching closer to ending this program. Before that, let me pick one call before I go on. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, Mazi.
Welcome to the program.
Yeah, this is Chiwa Kweze. I come from the city of Toronto, Canada.
Welcome to the program.
Mazi, thank you very much. Thank you very, very much for your talent, for your time, and for your treasure that you are putting towards this struggle. I thank all formidable Biafrans, those who are doing this job in truth and in spirit. Of course, I extend my greetings to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi, the man that answered the call of the Almighty, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, to liberate his people at this point in time. Before I proceed, I want to, first of all, inform all Biafrans who are living in the territories of Canada, who want to join this great movement, who wants to join the team that will restore Biafra. Peradventure, you've been looking for a way to get to us here in Canada, that you want to join this peaceful movement. I will encourage you to call 226-909-4222. I repeat, 226-909-4222. Mazi, this evening I want to also make an announcement that we in Ontario province here, we shall be having our march. We had one on the 8th of this month. And on the 26th, we shall be having a solidarity march, freedom and liberation march in Ottawa, the seat of power here in Ontario province. And we encourage everybody who wants to be part of this effort to please join us. Try to join us, because this is a march of a generation of people that want to liberate their own people. I always encourage our people, especially those who are in diaspora, that it is at this kind of time, at this point in time, that you are able to discover the fact and the reason why you are in Canada or why you are anywhere in abroad. You must see yourself to be somebody that is at an advantage point you must see that this is one of the reasons why you are here where you are. It's not just to make a good living. It's for you to be able to liberate your people who are back home from where you came. We are asking you to please join us in this march. Also call our number 226-909-4222. If you call this number, we'll be able to get you close to your coordinator anywhere you live in Canada, because we are all having our march on the 26th. So you'll be able to join, or you can support the effort financially. That is it on that, Mazi. This evening too, I also been listening. Everybody have spoken, people have spoken their mind. But there is something very important I must let us know. Our radio is an organic radio where people can come in and say anything they want without anybody stopping them. And Mazi Jonathan, if you will agree with me, I think we are beginning to abuse this opportunity or this privilege. This radio is not listened by only Biafrans or IPOB family members. Whatever we say here is not indiscreet. Both the international communities that are listening to us, our enemies are listening to us, and Biafrans are listening to us. So we should be able to sieve the information that we are venting out to the public. Why am I saying this? We have an arrowhead, our leader, the leader of this great movement, the person that was bold enough to come out and say what we heard and followed him. At this point in time, I think what is paramount in this struggle is for us to know the best possible way that we must ensure that our leader comes out of the enemy's camp. That is top priority to us. It is not a time to divide. It is not a time to take side. It is not a time as well for some people to feel that our leader is indisposed, and so they can be able to make decisions outside what he wants. We swore an oath to be loyal to the leadership of IPOB under MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. That is the oath. I wish to remind us. And I want everybody who knows that he took this oath, knowing the repercussion of the oath, to also know that there must be a day where you will give account. Because every evil deed done by man to man will never go unpunished. If not by God, by man, fellow man. For the power of evil over good can only be temporal. Biafrans everywhere, all around the world, we must know that we have a leader. And when he speaks through any instrument, when he speaks through anybody that we know, we should be able to understand what the information is passing to us. And we must obey in accordance. Mark, this is where I will drop you this evening. It's just a word of God. And I will pray for you. Anytime you speak, may you speak wisdom, just like usual. And when we listen, may we not be only hearers, but also doers of the word. From Toronto, Canada, take it from me. I love Biafra. God bless you.
And you too, Mazi. Thank you very much. This is where I'm going to switch off the phones, please. I will not entertain any call any longer. I will say this. Let me repeat what I said the other day. Do you know that the leader of PKK, Kurdish movement, called PKK of Kurdistan, their leader has been in jail till today, since 1999. Do you know that? He was abducted from Kenya. The same thing, although his case is different because he was holding Turkish Turkish passport, sorry. So, but the fight of PKK is still ongoing. Do you understand that? He is the commander, the leader of PKK till tomorrow. His name is Abdullah Öcalan. He's still in jail. He is dishing out command from there through their own way. Do you understand that? So when you come Out of ignorance or mischief, you say, oh, DOS, this and that. Know that you are disrespecting and disobeying our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because he selected DOS. Do you understand that? There are people you don't know that are in DOS. And they are meant to be like that. They are ordered to be like that. Not all of them you'll be hearing their voice. They have been working tirelessly on the ground. Many things that are happening, many things that you are hearing, know that people are working hard, has been working hard towards it. Do you think it's easy to organize people, our people? Organizing and matching ESN. Do you know what it takes? Do you know who made it possible? Do you know when the recruitment started? Do you know what it takes? Do you think it's easy? It's easy to talk, but to act is difficult. What we are agitating for, fighting for the restoration of a nation, is not a company. It's not a church. You understand? It's a country, for goodness sake, where both the good, the bad, and ugly have a share. Do you think it's easy to organize our people? Do you see the number of ESN participants, the badge? Do you think it's easy to organize people like that? Our people that ask questions, you tell the person go, he tell you, why should I go? He must ask you question. You tell him do this, he will tell you, why are you telling me do this? I know more than you. Do you think it is easy to organize our people? Forget about talking. Talking is cheap, but doing is another thing. Organizing our people is the most difficult task on earth. I'm telling you honestly, the most stubborn people on this planet, it is our people. You don't know that? That is why the only key is discipline. Discipline is the only key to success. Do you know that? Do you know that many people are vagabonds today? Many people are drug addicts today. Many people are dropouts, school dropouts today because they are not disciplined. Do you know that? Just indiscipline will cost you your life even. Do you know that? That is why discipline is the key. And that is why we must be disciplined in order to achieve our goal, which is the restoration of Biafra. As I told you before, as I said before, the Fulani, they are achieving everything they are achieving. Controlling people that are highly educated, people that have the natural talents. Why? Because they are disciplined to their cause only. Once they, you see, during the COVID-19, they are being transported by mostly Dangote. He's a billionaire, a Fulani billionaire. All of them are working towards the same cause. The young people they are carrying them, organizing them. They don't ask, where are we going? They say they enter. It's discipline, for goodness sake. Do you understand? They don't talk to the, no, why are you taking me? Okay, Rufai, go bring your son from school. Let him come and enter into Gongoro. No, they don't say that. Because they know that all of them are playing different roles, but towards one goal. That is discipline. When they ask you, what discipline are you? Are you in the school? You know what it means. Discipline means your life. The course you are doing, the profession you are in, that is your life. It regulates you. Because as an engineer, a civil engineer, an electrical engineer, it shapes your way of reasoning. A medical doctor, it shapes your way of reasoning. Your way of acting, your actions. That is your discipline. As an attorney, that is your discipline. It shapes the way you reason, the way you react, the way you do things. Because that is your discipline. So discipline should be the watchword, the key word in this our struggle. Without discipline, everybody wants to act his own way. Now, why are you telling me? Now, are you the person that buy data for me? Why are you? This is primitivity. Do you understand? Do you know that there was a time in the era of a Neanderthal, in the human being, when they were not organized? They were behaving like animals, early men, until their brain started developing, forming family, nuclear family, from their government. This government you are enjoying today, you are saying, oh, government, it wasn't like this before. Because they know that, human beings started understanding that if we don't organize ourselves, be disciplined, now we cannot achieve anything. That is why human beings become organized into governments through the family system, nucleus family system, into government. You must abide by a law. God that gave the Jews, the Israelis law, he is not a fool, because he wants to maintain discipline. If you do this against the law, you must be punished. Do you understand? Because discipline is the practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior, using punishment to correct disobedience. It was started by God. Do you understand? Because he wants to maintain discipline, organization of a people, so that your selfish interest does not override the collective interest of a people. That is why we must maintain discipline, because discipline is the key. This is where I'm going to stop. For people that are talking rubbish one way or the other, these are mischievous people. Do not misunderstand or do not underrate the zoo governments. They are trying to infiltrate. They are trying to put, we have social media. Anybody can answer any name and put out one thing. And you'll be beating about the bush. You'll be pushing. Hey, this man say, that is why I don't like people. I don't even allow people coming here to discuss what they read in social media. That is rubbish. Go and treat it there. Because you don't know who put that thing out. It can answer. If somebody can answer Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on social media and start dishing out anything, our people, we should be wise. As Mazi Chinasa Nworu said, we never announce our rally in Biafra land. It is only in diaspora we announce our rally or protest. In Biafra land, there is a way we pass information. What people see is the action. Just one morning or one day, you see people rally every day. Any person that is telling you, we have rally in Enugu, in Onisha, in Aba, in Ikote, in Bayelsa, know that it is DSS. Do you understand? We don't announce our rally in Biafra land in public. We never do that. We have a way of communicating our rally and our protest. By surprise, we take the zoo by surprise. That is how we operate. So when you hear, oh, I'm a disciple of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we organize a rally. That is DSS at work. Our people should understand this. We should understand. Understand this, please. That's the way we act. We have our code of conduct. We have our modus operandi. Stop being distracted. This person say, nah, this person say, no, this person say, no, this. Come on, whatever you don't hear here, do not. It doesn't have any credibility in this our movement. How many times will you be told that? After you be reading, carry Bible reading, oh, the Israelis and they started making golden calf. You don't know that it is describing your character. Oh, you primitive people. It's describing your character. Only a few weeks of abduction, our leader's abduction, all hell broke loose. People started instead of being disciplined to the cause, listening to what we are doing. They will go bring the news from heaven knows where. People that are agitated. The same way the Israelis say, oh, where is your Moses? Now we know, say, I beg, do another God where we the sea. We don't know where him, whether he don't disappear with his God, I beg. These are people that we are seeing miracles every minute. All of a sudden, they become agitated. They want to worship what they see. Now that thing, that on a people, that Moses tell us. Now we don't see Moses, we don't see them the thing again. Whereas they ate quail, a day before, that fell from heaven. They ate manna that fell from heaven. But they, oh, Chineke, our people should, when you read the Bible, the story of the Hebrew, know that it is talking about you. You change and know that, look, this is our character. We should change. How can you continue being primitive? That primitive character of indiscipline today. How dare you? How can you think you can continue like that and now salvage yourself from the grip of the Fulani Caliphate? Without discipline, you are going nowhere. Everybody, you can be doing as you like. Now who will command me? That our leader, he have gone now. So what? That is rubbish. Our leader is in charge. Do you understand? If you talk against DOS, you are talking against MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. You are talking against IPOB. These people, our detractors, have tried one way or the other in order to disband DOS and form their own thing. It didn't start today. We know that. Do you understand? If they, just like MAZI Chinasamoru said, if they say, okay, this person, this MAZI is not functioning well on DOS, please replace him with reason. Now it will be understandable, you know, if it is right. But saying disband the DOS, you blame DOS. What the heck is that? Why are our people like this? We need discipline. We need discipline. Without discipline, we can't work. It's just like running a government without structure. Everybody behave yourself. The most powerful, if you carry knife, go kill your neighbor and collect everything you want. No law and order. Because law and order is discipline, to maintain discipline, nothing more. Law and order is to maintain live and let's live. That is what we are doing here. As I said before, the military, every country's military is going on absolute discipline. Indiscipline in the military can bring you to martial law. Do you understand? You can be sacked or even jailed for indiscipline. Obey before command. Your superior is here. Oh, why? Because military is the extreme security of a country depends on the military. It's in the hands of the military. So they need absolute, not only discipline, but absolute discipline. Because they know that indiscipline of one person can cause havoc to the security of a people. That is why every military in this world maintains absolute discipline. It is the key. It is important. Do you understand that? And with discipline, you can win a war. Fulani Caliphate, they are disciplined to their cause. That is why they are controlling every indigenous population in Nigeria. Because they are disciplined to their cause. But you that knows everything, are you not suffering? Are you not jumping from an 8-story building in Malaysia and everywhere around the world just to run away from immigration? Are you not running away just like MAZI said? You have a transit visa, you transit one country, you just meander, run away, disappear. And in order to stay in that country. The following day you go to Paduro. Why can't you go back to your country? Do you understand? All these things, you know everything. Oh, no person can control you. Oh, I'm a Republican. But look at you, look at Republicanism now. Do you understand? So we are trying to channel this our Republicanism in a civilized manner. Because no country can function, no government can even function without discipline. No country can develop without absolute discipline of the whole citizen. That is why after European revolutions in 16th, 17th, 18th century, you know, you see dictators prop up from the revolution. Because one thing is to maintain that revolution. That revolutionary mindset, to maintain it is not through democracy. That is why I say Europe, they cheat Africa. They deceive everybody. In a primitive continent like this, like a black Sub Saharan Africa, they think that bring democracy. Democracy is just, for them, is just stealing election. That is it. That is it. After French Revolution, Napoleon Bonaparte rose up. He said he was a dictator, but a good dictator. Because you need to maintain discipline to people. It becomes their character. It becomes the way people born their children and raise their children under discipline. Now, when people are good enough, when people are matured enough to handle democracy, now you release everybody. People now go become democratic. That character, that discipline enters into you. It becomes part of you. You understand? You know, you want to enter into a bus, now a group of people, you know, you have to stay in a line. It is a tradition, it is a character that is being built. It doesn't come from heaven. Not the survival of the fittest. When 10 people are trying to fight to enter into a bus, I confess, this one confess, this one will hit this one. There is no, it's animalistic, primitive character. But when you can just, you see, you train people in a society whereby even to collect money in a cash machine, once people are start being more than 2, 3, 4, 5, they start queuing up in a line by themselves. They don't need a police officer to come and or a security person to come and teach them. Please be in a line with a koboko, like in the zoo, as if you are pursuing animals. Instead, people will be civilized enough in order to maintain. From 2, 3 people, they say, okay, I come before. Oh, sorry, okay, you are here first before me. Let us form a line. Okay, I'm the 3rd person. The other one, by themselves, everything organized. Even 50 people, everybody will queue in with online, be online. That is, that character doesn't come just like that. It is something that was built out of discipline for ages, for decades, for centuries, being impacted on people. You can call it dictatorship, but dictatorship maintains discipline. Do you understand me? That is what we are doing here. Command and control in this fight. So that after we get our nation now, people will gather, everybody will be involved to decide what type of country we want. Please, discipline is the key. I'm going to stop here. And I pray that will continue sustaining us all. Our leader is there, nothing will happen to him. Believe you me. Nothing will happen to him. The Nigerian government, they know that they are in a mess. They are trying to find a safe landing, to save face. Do you understand? What they can do is just to delay. Go one way or the other, because pressure, people, you don't know the type of pressure on Nigeria. Diplomatic pressure is the highest pressure. Do you know that? Diplomatic pressure is mounting on Nigeria from every angle. Therefore, let us remain disciplined and consistent. Stop being swayed by anything you hear or receive in social media. Fake news abound. Somebody can be at the comfort of his bed or his home, with, drinking tea and dish out something. Or send out a voice on WhatsApp, blah, 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 and you start beating about the bush. You don't know that the person that did it, he was on the comfort of his home. He did it for you to start beating about the bush. That is the thing. We should be wise. Thank you very much. Tomorrow is another day. We should continue praying for our leader. Nothing will happen, never, nothing will happen to him, nothing. Continue in whatever you are doing. Anything you know how to do best in order to participate in the building, in the upkeep of IPOB, the restoration effort, please do it, but do it with discipline. Because without no structure, if there's no structure, we shouldn't have even been speaking here on Radio Biafra. There wouldn't have been anything like this. If there's no structure, there wouldn't have been anything, any success. Just come and talk on Facebook and go your way. But structure are in place. That is why we are progressing. We should understand the importance of a structure and respecting it. That is discipline. Thank you from me, Mazi Jonathan. Chinedu. From here, it is simply good evening.
Fight together, and stronger we shall be. The more we fight together, 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 the more we fight together, and stronger we shall be.
Rising sun, rising sun.
Biafra is the only hope of Africa. Biafra is the only hope of Africa. Believe it or leave it, Biafra is the only hope of Africa. We've been crying, the world claim not to hear. And we've been lamenting, the world claim not to hear. Our tears flow, the world claim not to see. And our blood flow, the world claim not to see. This is a crime, oh no, against humanity. Oh no, yeah, this is a crime. Eritrea spoke up, they were given independence. South Sudan spoke, they were given independence. Namibia spoke, they were given independence. Give me the reason my people got to be neglected. Give me the reason my people got to be rejected. Give me the reason our freedom got to be a crime. Give me the reason our own freedom got to be denied. Hey, Biafra is the only hope of Africa. I tell you what, Biafra is the only hope of Africa. Hey, Biafra is the only hope of Africa. Believe it or leave it. Oh no. Whoa. A serious war that was physical battle, and we're betrayed by the people them trust. Today's heroes are fighting. This is a spiritual battle. Let us unite and give Biafra a meaning. If we don't take time, we can remain in this land. No freedom of speech, no freedom of expression, no freedom of worship, no freedom of religion. Justice denied. Oh, of my own very people. Yeah. Justice denied. Yeah. On the rising sun. Yeah. Justice denied. Oh, my freedom fighter. Yeah. What is so bad? My people wanna be liberated. What is so bad? My people wanna be independent. What is so bad? My people wanna be alone. This is the time we will make it known to the world. Hey, Biafra is the only hope of Africa. Biafra is the only hope of Africa. Biafra is the only hope of Africa. I tell you what, Biafra is the only hope of Africa. hospitality, positive education, a positive economic, positive hospitality. I tell you what, positive. Biafra is the only hope of Africa. Biafra is the only hope of Africans. I tell you what, Biafra is the only hope of Africa. Hey, Biafra is the only hope of Africa. My people will cry. Biafrans will cry. My people are suffering. Oh, Biafrans cry.
Barrister Aloy Ejimako, thank you for your time with us today.
It's my pleasure having you.
Make I just start by asking this question. You don't see Nnamdi Kanu?
Yes, I met him yesterday for almost 3 hours at the headquarters of the DSS in Abuja. And we had quite an interaction, private interaction initially, and later on he was interviewed by 3 DSS officers in my presence. I wanted to call it an interrogation, but they said, no, it's an interview, during which they asked him routine questions, but most of the questions centered on his being the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra and the activities of that organization. So he answered the questions in a relaxed atmosphere, with bearing in mind his constitutional rights not to incriminate himself. Of course, some of the questions had background information that he considered incomplete, and he told the officers that he was not able to answer some of those questions because the information that they supplied to him was incomplete.
You feel describe to us when you see Nnamdi Kanu, how he be, what's in this is in state of mind?
Well, his state of mind wasn't as sound as it should be. You know, if you listen to his broadcast, you would know that he's a historian. But when I was talking with him, he had trouble recalling the actual date he was abducted. It surprised me. So to jog his memory, I asked him how many nights he spent in Abuja before he was brought to court. He told me 2 nights. So he was brought to court on Tuesday, the 29th June. So we figured he must have been brought into the country on Sunday, the 27th. So when I mentioned that date, he said, sure, that's the date. But I took particular note of that. I also noticed that he had a visible injury on his right wrist. I asked him what it was. He said it was where they had chained him, put the chain on him, and chained him to the concrete floor in Nairobi, Kenya. And he has disappearing injury on the left wrist and an injury right here at the nape of the neck. He appears like somebody who has been mentally traumatized, you know, so he's unwilling to talk about one or two things until you prompt him. Like when I prompted him about the date, that's the conclusion I drew, how many nights he spent in Abuja. No, he's not. He's traumatized.
You could tell us more about what's happened, because you just mentioned Kenya, and Kenyan government don't come out to talk, say, they no arrest Nnamdi Kanu for Kenya. So tell us more about this.
What happened is this. MAZI Nnamdi Kanu entered Kenya, I believe, on a certain date, right around April this year. I'm not sure. I'm trying to establish the actual date of entry. But I have documentation from a Kenyan hospital that placed him in Kenya as of 14th April this year, 14th May. So he entered Kenya.
And what did they do for Kenya hospital?
He went there because he had issues with his heart, He felt he wasn't well. So he went there, he was examined, and the diagnosis was hypertension and heart murmur. They made prescriptions for him, and my examination of the medical report indicated medications for heart and controlling blood pressure. So apparently he entered Kenya before the 14th May this year. So he had settled in at a location in Nairobi, a temporary location, and he entered with his passport. That day, on the fateful day, that was on the, I believe on the 19th, yes, not believe, certain, 100%. He drove himself to the airport from his temporary location in Kenya. He drove to Jomo Kenyatta International and went into the garage, the underground garage, to pick up a visitor flying in from outside. Okay, that is not necessary for this discussion, the identity or whatever. So the moment he got into the parking lot, the garage, a group of several men well armed to the teeth.
And this now waiting Nnamdi Kanu tell you about waiting you remember of waiting happened before they bring him to Nigeria.
This is what he told me, and his recollection of this was very, very lucid and clear.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, so now they swooped on him. They gathered and grabbed him. Okay, in a very physical, rough way, and he raised the lamp. Luckily for him, there were a few people that were there, and the people wanted to intervene in terms of really very aggressive intervention, because to them, I asked them why they would consider making an aggressive intervention when something that seemed law enforcement was happening. He said perhaps they didn't believe it was normal. So the people that were abducting him told everybody to stay clear, that this person you're looking at is a Nigerian terrorist who assists the Al-Shabaab terrorists in Kenya. They grabbed him, put him in their car, and left, and took him to a private residence, not an official detention facility, where they chained him to the floor for most of the 8 days he spent there, and they really tortured him, thinking he was Al-Shabaab. So he kept telling them he wasn't Al-Shabaab. He had nothing to do with Al-Shabaab. He kept telling them who he was.
Who be these people?
Well, I asked him who they are. He told me they are Kenyan security officials. I asked him why. He said the insignia, the carriage, that he had arrived Kenya, so he had a bit knowledge of the terrain and how the law enforcement functions and the sort of things they wear, how, you know, that they were brazen with weapons openly. It couldn't have been private parties or, you know, some rogue agents doing that. He told me that the thing has a 100% degree of officialdom to it. So they took him to that location, and they were torturing him, and I'm sorry to say they really beat him a lot. So, but at some point when he was trying to explain himself, he told me he was blindfolded most of the time, chained to the floor, bare floor.
But the Kenyan government don't clearly talk, say they don't get hand for this, and they don't arrest Nnamdi Kanu for the ground. And also the federal government never come out to talk anything about where your client, where they arrest your client from.
Okay. You see, it's not going to be a question of he said, she said. I'm a lawyer. I operate on the basis of independent and credible evidence. The Kenyan High Commissioner might have sounded credible to the general public, but information available to me can impeach every single word she uttered, including the denial that came from the home government. I have immigration stamp placing Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya just 2 months before his abduction. I have medical evidence placing him at a Kenyan hospital. Okay? And I have his own word. He's a man of sound mind.
And what's in your client, Nnamdi Kanu, tell you about how they move him from Kenya, as you talk, say, tell you, to Nigeria?
Him. Yes. You see, he said on the fateful day, that was the 27th on Sunday, 27 June, they drove him in a car to Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, blindfolded him, and bundled him inside a private jet. like a Learjet. I asked him if it's a Boeing 777, so whatever, or Airbus, the big ships. He said, no, it's a normal private jet that you often would see some people owning private jet, that kind of size. And he was the lone passenger in that jet, in that plane, and he didn't clear immigration. They drove him straight, on the tarmac, straight to the plane and very close to the plane, and put him inside the plane with Nigerian security officials, and left about 12 noon in the afternoon and landed Nigeria same day in the evening, around something after 4 or to 5.
Make we talk about the trial where go begin again on the 26th of July. Yes. How prepared Unadi for that trial?
Well, we are, but there's not going to be any trial. There's going to be trial within trial. What happened to Nnamdi Kanu is, by legal definition, worldwide legal definition, what is called extraordinary rendition. It's a state crime. It's a crime by the state. If a private individual abducts or violently and illegally seizes another individual, it's called kidnapping, and in some jurisdictions, is a capital offense. When state does it, it's called extraordinary rendition. That's what happened. So if you rendered or you renditioned a fugitive or a suspect, you have lost jurisdiction to try that suspect because you committed an international crime. You broke your own laws. You broke the laws of the third state from which territory you renditioned that individual. And you broke the laws of the second state of nationality of that individual. That is what is playing out here, because we have 3 divergent but also compliant jurisdictions. The 3 jurisdictions here, Nigeria, Kenya, and UK, their laws prohibit extraordinary rendition.
Okay, so they've been calls don't come from different quarters, from different groups, say the federal government must handle this case on the fair note, that the trial must happen, Nnamdi Kanu trial must happen on the fair note. Does this make you optimistic?
Fair trial?
That Nnamdi Kanu must have a fair trial?
See, there is it's an oxymoron. It's a contradiction to say that a jurisdiction that broke the laws of 3 countries and the international law, that's the 4th component, to bring a suspect before that jurisdiction should be expected to give fair trial to such individual. But like I said, we haven't even gotten to that bridge yet. When we get to the bridge of whether he's going to get fair trial or not, we are going to ventilate it. The bridge we have to cross first is the bridge of testing the impact of the jurisdiction of Nigeria to try Nnamdi Kanu for any criminal offenses stemming from the extraordinary rendition.
It's M. Josh on the beat. It's time to break loose from the chains. It's time for our freedom. Africa. Cause we can never let them negotiate our freedom, no. Hundreds of years is gone. No